Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. I hope you're happy morning, and hopefully you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I am doing well, thank you. It's a cold day here, but it is what it is. You got to sort of live your life. I was out going for a run this morning, and it was cold. So, once
It
you
is
get going,
brisk. Yeah.
I was like a snowman. I was like completely frozen, like with all my breath on my face. So, that happens when it's minus 20 something, 23 or whatever the heck it was. It's pretty cold.
Yeah, it is freezing out there, man. But glad you went for a run. That's got to be nice. Get the body up and running and ready to go. As we are here as well, guys. A lot happening today. We'll get to all these numbers. Quick look at our gappers list right now. Everything in the red, at least on this list at the moment, as you can see here. TradingTerminal.com is where you can get these exact same scanners available to you completely free. A lot of stuff in the red after a sell-off, a nice sell-off yesterday that a lot of us took advantage of. But before we dive into all of this, let's take a look at our U.S. economic calendar. There's a bunch of stuff coming out today. We're off tomorrow. More stuff on Friday. Peter, what is happening this morning?
Yeah. So first, I'll mention that it is a holiday tomorrow, right? So the markets are closed tomorrow, which means that we've had some rejigging of the financial data for this week. The ADP employment number came out earlier, about, 15, 20 minutes ago. A little lower than expected. So fewer jobs being reported out there, 122,000 versus the 139 forecast. On the other side of the equation, we just got the initial and continuing jobless claims. I ran out of lines here to put things in. Actually, Brent, we need to add more lines. We've been saying that for like months now. But anyways, initial jobless claims expected. The forecast was 215,000, came out at 201,000. And the continuing jobless claims was pretty much on target. 1.87 million was the forecast. 1.867 was the actual. So we're talking about the difference of 3,000 jobs, which is significant if those are one of the 3,000 jobs you're looking for, not from a macroeconomic point of view, though. So pretty much right on target. For the rest of the day, we do have wholesale inventories at 10, not a big market moving type number. What could be impactful is the FOMC minutes that are coming out from the December meeting. Those are coming out at 2:00 today. And often when those minutes hit, the computers will read them and we get this market reaction. And I say it every time, but it's a good reminder for those that aren't familiar, or maybe if you don't normally trade at that time, maybe you're going to do it today because the markets are closed tomorrow. Usually the markets react. Now, I can't tell you whether they're going to react higher or lower, right? That we don't know, but look for the reaction. The key to that is that after the reaction, normally we get a retracement. So whatever happens, normally that move sort of reverses itself at some point. Sometimes it's within a couple of minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but usually that initial computer-based reaction reverses itself. Again, there's no guarantees, no promises. If it does, react and move heavily, there's no guarantee it's going to go back to where it started from, but usually it does. So, anyways, we'll find out this afternoon. And then at 3:00, we got the consumer credit number that's coming out. So, fairly active day here on the market announcements and our economic calendar. I don't know if the market needs it though. I mean, yesterday, what a day! We had such a move, really very aggressive move down, especially on some of the bigger offerings. We'll talk about those as we go through the day today. The markets overall, it's closed pretty much at the lows. Just off the lows. We had a little bit of a pullback just close, but and we're opening today pretty much where we left off yesterday. So yeah, it's looking like another down day. But again, we can't judge it because remember yesterday, right? Everything was green. Carlos and I had nothing on the red side of our gappers list. Everything was green at this time yesterday, and look what the day brought. So I've said it many times. I'll keep saying it. Don't judge what's going to happen during once that opening bell rings based on what you see pre-market. The pre-market is a good indicator of what's moving, but it's not necessarily directionally accurate. Like I say, the big money when it comes in after that opening bell yesterday, it certainly had a strong opinion and moved the market opposite of what the pre-market was doing. So let's see what we got today, because today it's the other way around, right? Look at this big gap down list, and we have very few things that are gapping up. So let's take a look through the highlights and see what tickles our fancy this morning.
Yeah, absolutely, friends. So, yeah, taking a look at things a little bit on the weaker side. A lot of stocks in the red this morning, as you saw on our gappers list here, and a few in the green. So, yeah, let's dive in. Let's look at the green stuff first. Not a lot on here to look at, but let's start with VIR. VIR is it's up 42%, 3.1 million shares traded. So, as you can see here, it heavily in play. Not a low flow stock. We're sitting at 87 million shares. So, on the higher side. Peter, this thing is high flying today. It's a biotech though, so curious of what the news is on this one. Biotechnology. What's popping them this morning?
Well, they had two pieces of news. First, they actually were downgraded by Bank of America, and that feels like a very poorly timed downgrade and price reduction, because shortly thereafter, like within an hour or so of that downgrade, they actually released some information about one of their drug trials. This is a drug trial for dual mass T cell engagers, VIR 5818, in solid tumors. Anyways, positive results, as you might guess. So that's always good. This is literally they are curing cancer, or at least they're trying to. So here we go. We got a stock moving because they got positive results on their trial. This isn't an early stage trial, by the way. They're pretty well engaged in this. This is a phase 3 trial, I think. So yeah, so it's good news. Again, VIR, any one of these biotechs that jumps up on this type of news, you just got to be careful with. Carlos, as you said, not technically a low float, but treat it like one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hopefully. I wonder if cancer is ever going to be cured in our lifetime here, man. That would be awesome. But speaking of, I know that here in the U.S. they want the district attorney, district general, whatever his name is, general, whatever, to put in that alcohol on the beer cans causes cancer. They want to put that on there. Right now they have the
I
pregnancy stuff and all that good stuff, but now they want to add that on there. That alcohol has the probability to
yeah.
give you cancer. I think they had 100,000 deaths in the US. I mean, that's not a lot. That's very little. I don't think we need to appraise over 100,000 people, well, the whole population. Not deaths, actually, just
well,
cancer. I guess they
well,
got cancer because of
that's
alcohol. Eh, Nothing
that's
to
a
worry
fair
about,
amount of
guys. I
people.
mean,
I don't know.
you're more
Fewer,
at risk by driving. So I don't know. What's your thoughts,
yeah.
Peter?
It's it's interesting perspectives like that. It's funny because this came up this weekend. We were talking about it. A friend of mine's got a beautiful bar where it's all backlit, and the bar he's got all these bottles on it, right, that are all under display, right, and it's a beautiful bar. And he's like, "What will this look like?" This is his concern. What will it look like if I've got like pictures of somebody with like mouth cancer, or like a tumor on this one, and like all these labels like you have on cigarette packages all over the bottles on his bar. And I'm thinking that may not be the primary concern here, but all right, I get it a little bit. But anyways, it was funny because one of the guys I was with that brought up to say, so you said 100,000 deaths isn't significant. He said, well, it's fascinating if you look at, so 100,000 deaths a year in the US are lost to alcohol, let alone all those to cigarette smoking and that. And yet it's amazing what changes culture and what doesn't. Like the Vietnam War, there was less than 100,000 deaths over the entirety of the war. And yet that changed American culture, global culture significantly, just because of how people reacted to it and dealt with the war in Vietnam. And yet we're like, 100,000 people die from alcohol. Where's my scotch, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
Pass me a drink. Anyway,
Send traders saying every death is a tragedy. Tragedy. Absolutely, it really is. But I mean, things happen. It's part of life, right? We can't avoid it. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So just got to make peace with it. All right, friends, let's take a look at it. You could avoid drinking. We don't support drinking, although me and Peter are, are drinkers ourselves. We don't support that, but it's part of life. Let's embrace it. ALTM, friends. What is this? Arcadium. As we go to batteries, looks like. Arcadian Lithium.
Oh man.
Oh, this looks ugly. This looks very, very ugly. Peter, I don't think I'm not going to spend no time on this. Any news that we might even be considering this thing? It looks garbage to me, man.
They have a proposed buyout by Rio Tinto, which is interesting. Rio Tinto is one of the world's largest mining companies, and yes, they are looking to buy this company out. Nothing confirmed, but they basically got approval in the U.S. from the Committee on Foreign Investment, CFIUS, CFIUS. Of course, as everybody knows, that committee. Anyways, that's the news.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, we'll move on to this one. That is pure garbage there, my friends. NVO, Novo Nordics, which we know very well. This morning, we're up 2.7, 424,000 shares traded. They have not really been able to get above this gap down that they had a few, actually, middle December, right? Middle December, the gap down pretty good. And since then, they've just been hanging out around this range they created here. So this morning, a little bit of a gap up. Peter, does it mean anything for us? I mean, the volume is okay. It's not awesome, but they got more than they usually get in the pre-market.
Yeah, they look. There's a few items of news. They're always doing things. It's a fairly large pharmaceutical company here on Novo Nordisk. If you remember, we were looking at them during the COVID when the whole vaccine development was happening. They jumped into the obesity market, so they actually have some news, some positive trial results on their obesity drug, which could be what's got the gapping today. They also announced an expanded partnership with a company called Valo Health on some cardio metabolic disease treatments that they're working on. They also had a positive analyst report that came out. Didn't change any evaluations. I don't see any analyst. Actually, that's not true. They did get an upgrade from Bernstein, but that was 2 days ago, not today. So, anyways, some relatively good news. This one doesn't move. Let me look at the daily chart. Look how small those ranges are. Typically, you're not getting a big move on Novo Nordisk. So yeah, I won't spend much time on it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Good morning to Avi, who's already in the YouTube chat here and in our chat room saying hello. Avi and Paris, man, going live every day at 11 a.m. to 12, talking about live trading, what they did for the day. So stay tuned for that. After Andrew and Brian, Avi and Paris are having a pretty nice show. It's picking up a lot of momentum, and actually, I'm enjoying it pretty good here on YouTube. So stick around for that. That is our gap up list, Peter. Again, not a whole lot here for this NVO. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I don't know. I think we're going to find so much great things on the gap down list today. And also, we know with all this economic data coming out, we'll see what the market open looks like today. There might be other players that we would like to keep an eye on, like a Tesla, like a Nvidia, that have been heavily in play with news the last couple of days. Peter, as far as the gap down, do you like anything else that might not be on this list? I'm sorry, the gap up.
You mean the gap up? Well, I mean, you mentioned Nvidia just a second ago. It's one of the few that's green on my screen because there's a lot of red out there. Unlike yesterday, right, where everything was sitting green at this time, pretty much everything is sitting red. However, Nvidia is gapping up about 1% now. That's not really a huge surprise to me. I mean, after how aggressively it moved down yesterday, yeah, it's not surprising that it's getting a little bit of bounce. In fact, it's been green pretty much all the after hours. It more or less closed at the low, and then you can see it sort of bounced after the market bell closed at 4 o'clock, and then it came back down and back to the close at around 7 a.m. and it's bouncing up right now. So I honestly don't know where this thing is going to go when the opening bell rings, but I'm not. It's probably going to be an inside day, you would think. I mean, look at that big candle. That's a big red candle on the daily right there from yesterday. So I mean, we could go below, and
Yeah,
140 was holding yesterday. I think the low yesterday was like 140 and 1 cent or something like that. Like it got really close, but yeah, 140 and 1 cent exactly was the low of the day yesterday. So if it breaks 140, we've got a few bucks. I mean, I'm looking at that daily and saying, my goodness, we could have another $6 or even $10 move, depending on what happens. But I don't know whether to expect that. So I'm going to be cautious, but I'll be watching it. Anyways, it's gapping up right now, which is why I'm mentioning it. The only other one which I thought was interesting that was gapping up is Microsoft. And where so much is gapping down. Microsoft is just slightly into the green. Um, I don't, Microsoft has been remarkably quiet. You know how we used to Microsoft, and it was the company you wanted to partner with, and if you partnered with Microsoft, you were set. Now Nvidia's taken over those reins, hasn't it? I mean, that's what we're talking about. You partner with Nvidia, you get the market bump. So Microsoft's been very, very quiet. That being said, they did announce this morning that they were investing a little over $3 billion in AI and cloud services in India. And I mean, look, they've got deep, deep pockets, so we can never count them out. They're still one of the largest companies on the planet, one of the largest publicly traded companies on the planet, and they got very deep coffers. Right, they've been doing this for a very long time. So yeah, just whatever you do, they may not be a great day trading stock every single day, but they're certainly a solid stock that you can't ignore. So, Carlos, that's really it. Everything else is red.
All right. I like NVIDIA. I'm going to be adding that one to my list, friends. That is tons of volume this morning. And again, just a massive sea of red yesterday. It is, if you were thinking reversal here, you had a tough, tough day because it had no chance of turning around here. It did a little bit there at 141. And again, just it was not having it yesterday. Nice, nice sell-off there. What did I? Oh, here it is. All right. So let's take a look at what's capping down this morning. Leading the way, we got a couple of stocks I don't ever recall seeing. Let's start with this one, JSPR. I don't know what this is. Jasper Therapeutics, again, making some noise here this morning. They are 1.1 million shares traded, down 50%. Lower price stock and also low flow stock at 11.4 million shares. So, Peter, maybe something went wrong here with some drug or something, but this is not working out for them this morning.
Yeah, it's funny because they actually reported positive results on a treatment for chronic spontaneous urticaria. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm not sure what that is, but sounds horrible. So if you've got that, they say that they have positive data in their study. Apparently, the market is not believing that. So somebody must know something more than I do, but that's the report. Again, the report was positive. The stock seems to be reacting negatively. Take that for what it's worth.
Oh man, this is pure trash today. We'll leave that alone. That is just horrible,
Yeah.
brutal. I don't like it at all. There's the truck for you. The twins, right? We call these the twins. The QBTS is here, and right behind it or below it is QUBT. So both on deck this morning. Man, they're getting slammed today. QBTS down 28%, 9 million shares traded. QUBT is down 25%. 4.4 million shares traded. I see no shares for sure on QUBT. How about QBTS? No shares for sure on either one. Oh, that blows. QBTS. Let's take a look. Okay, QBTS does have some shares for sure. Not a lot, 150,000. But yeah, for the most part, Peter, they're not doing well this morning, and the market, their price is showing that right now.
Yeah. So they got a little bit of a punch in the gut by the Nvidia's CEO Jensen Huang. He's sort of look. We got all these speeches that are coming out of the CES. If you remember this consumer electronics show that's happening in nobody calls it that anymore. It's just CES. But anyways, the
Yeah.
CES happening in Las Vegas, and he made a statement that said quantum computing will not be very useful for 15 to 30 years. You can imagine if you are the QBUT or the QBTS, that is not music to your ears. So they, of course, will probably actively refute that, but it doesn't matter. Like we just mentioned a minute ago, right? Nvidia right now is moving the market, and if the CEO of Nvidia makes a statement saying that he or the company has a belief that certain tech is going to be big or is not going to be big, the market's listening. And I think we're seeing these guys hit, as a result of that. Now, we also have to keep in mind the market was down yesterday, and with how much these guys have moved and been in active play, it's reasonable to expect they just generally would be down a little more than average because of that activity, right? They've been up a little more than average, so why not down when the market moves down? But it certainly didn't help this comment against their their business model.
Yeah, yeah, that's not going to treat them well. I don't like the fact that we barely have stuff to short here. I mean, I'm sorry, QBTS does have some inventory for short. They both look pretty much the same. They have pretty much the same amount of volume as far as it goes here. So you can watch either one. I'm going to stick with QBTS because at least they have some shares for short. It is a lower price stock. I technically don't like stocks under $10, but man, I like the drop here today with the volume that we're getting. So item my secondary. They're both definitely in play this morning. So QBTS will be on my secondary list. Another one that's actually made a lot of noise in the last couple of days, LAES. So this one seals Q. We are down today 25%, 18 million shares traded. Also on SSR this morning. It's just very little shares to short with Interactive Brokers. Another lower price stock again. Typically not something I look at, but Peter, they're heading in the opposite direction where they want to go this morning.
Yeah, and I'm not really seeing any news on it. I'm not sure why they are moving down, unless it's just in sympathy with the market overall. Yeah, I don't see anything particular to them. No news, press releases, or information that I'm seeing.
All right. I don't like it, so I won't be putting it on my list, friends. We're going to look at our favorite spaghetti ticker here, RGTI. This morning, they're down 23%, 23 million shares afloat. I'm sorry, 23 million shares traded right now. It looks like it started last night. So last night after hours, we start seeing the drop here. Not a significant drop, but over time, it's just, kept dropping here. And this morning, the weakness is continuing. So are we running out of pasta sauce for this thing, Peter? What's going on with RGTI?
Maybe. Well, same thing we just talked about with the Qs, QBTS and QUBT. So being in the quantum computing space, again, that same comment from the Nvidia CEO is not going to serve them well. So yeah, they're getting taken down as well. Like I said, if you fly high, there's just more room for you to drop when you get this type of event, I guess, that occurs. So yeah, it might be worth keeping an eye on today because they're probably going to be heavily in play. And as we see how people react, again, will it go down further? Will it recover somewhat? I have no idea, but certainly in play they shall be.
Yeah, yeah. So they're looking good here. On SSR, obviously, giving the drop that we're seeing there, and all these tickers that are lower price, their shares available on Interactive Brokers. This one's only showing 150,000, so they're very low. Again, that can be gone by the time we hit the market open. So we'll see. I like this one. I'm gonna watch this one. This is fun to us. It's been a lot of fun. If the fun is gonna be over, we'll enjoy on the way down as well. But this one, right, RGTI, it's a lot of fun to watch. So we'll be on my list this morning. Let's see how that plays out. All right, we looked at the top five or so, Peter. Let's hop around a little bit here. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I see a couple of tickers, Mara, Riot on here, Clean Spark. I mean, they're all on deck this morning. Where's MSTR? I don't see MSTR here, but we'll look at that one as well. What's the latest on Bitcoin? Are we dropping below 100? I haven't checked the price this morning. But what's happening there as far as Bitcoin goes?
Well, that's a good question. I haven't checked the price either. Let's do that right now. And we are sitting at $95,169 for a Bitcoin. So, yes, definitely under 100,000. And it's been roughly dropping all night, it looks like. So, all night and all day. Yeah, the last 24 hours have been down, down, and more down. So, yeah, not a great time for Bitcoin. But, I mean, look, when the market's down, it's sort of trending with it. Yeah, this time yesterday we were happily looking at the $100,000 mark. Now we're not. So yeah, that's just going to bring down all of the crypto. Actually, if I look at the rest of the crypto market, how are they doing? Let's see. Ethereum sitting at $3,300. Tether. What are some of the big ones? XRP. Yeah, they're all sort of they're all trending sideways to down. So not a lot happening in the cryptocurrency space, I would say, at the moment.
Yeah, even their stocks. I'm looking at Coin. I'm looking at Mara. I mean, they don't look that. They're down slightly. but they don't look that exciting as far as pre-market goes. So I'm not sure if I'm going to waste a spot watching any of these. I think I'll just wait for them to hit the scanners or for someone in the chat room to call it out. But I'm not seeing anything that looks overly exciting on any of these right now. So, oh, MSTR, we forgot to check that one. This might be the one that actually looks good. MSTR, which a lot of us like. And even this one, I mean, light volume right now, it's down 1.5, but again, just there's really nothing crazy. So I'll do this since this sector can't get going any point. I'll add MSTR to my secondary list just to keep an eye on things. But right now, it's looks pretty boring as far as intraday trading for the market open. So we'll keep that aside for now. All right, let's stop here. Peter, what do you like this morning as far as gap down? I know we haven't talked about Tesla and some other Magnificent Seven.
There you go.
Maybe we could go over those as well.
Yeah, Tesla was going to be top of my list to mention. That sort of not really a lot of news coming out of Tesla, but like I said, when the market starts to move down, the big movers tend to get hit harder. Tesla definitely had sort of a down day yesterday, and it's been it's well off the highs. I guess I'll say it's if we consider the high at a certain point back in the middle of December, we were thinking maybe it was on track to break 500. Now we're just trying to get back to 400. So yeah, Tesla's definitely been hurting. Interestingly, there was an analyst. Sometimes these analysts, man, they anyways, Carlos, we were talking about this yesterday, but there was an analyst downgrade.
Yeah.
Bank of America Securities downgraded Tesla's stock from a buy to a neutral, but they changed their target price from $400 to $490. I don't know. I don't understand how that makes sense. Like sometimes it just hurts my head. These guys, but anyways,
490 you said?
yeah, they changed it
490
upwards
you
from
said?
400 to 490. Yes, but they say it should be a neutral position in your portfolio. It's no longer a buy. If they think it's going to go up $100, why isn't that a good thing? Anyways, never mind. I don't know. It's analysts. Just ignore them. But there you go. That was in the news. The other one that we've been talking about, but really hasn't been that fun, has been Apple. Apple, like everything, right, made that midday move down yesterday. Again, they've been pretty quiet. Overall, not really talking about much. I'm surprised they didn't make any statements or refute the data that came out about their iPhone 16 sales being low globally. They've sort of been very quiet about that. I don't know. I mean, they are talking about investing in Indonesia. It looks like they're trying to sway the Indonesian government because they're not allowed. iPhones actually are not, as my understanding, they can't be sold in Indonesia, or at least the iPhone 16 cannot. So maybe they're trying to grease some wheels there by this, making some investments. But anyways, other than that, it's Apple is just pretty boring from a trading perspective. One that I'm hoping will be interesting over the next few days is Meta. Meta actually had some good moves yesterday. I sort of liked the way it moved, and I think it was Avi was trading options on this. Like it just had such an aggressive move down off the open yesterday, and really just like that was unlike everything, most other things. It was pretty choppy at the open, and then made its move later. Meta sort of made up its mind early what it was going to do, and stuck with that thread, and had a little bit of a bounce back and stabilize. So it didn't trade with the rest of the market. A little bit of difference. So yeah, I think that it might be worth keeping an eye on Meta, because if it's going to trade somewhat independently of the market, then it might be worth keeping an eye on. I don't see really any news on it. Nothing particular that would tell me why Meta is doing its own thing, but it's like I won't complain about it. I see in the room a couple of people are mentioning some other stocks. I see the mention of Micron MU. Yeah, it's actually green right now. We had talked about that yesterday, where they got some support from NVIDIA once again. If you remember, there was a comment made once by the CEO saying how their memory chips were embedded in their new graphics processors. So that was a good little boost for Micron. Again, I didn't really love its trading yesterday. It was very choppy at the open, and just not something that really got me excited about spending a lot of time watching. I see in the room people are mentioning GameStop. It's funny. I was where was I that I actually walked by a GameStop? Oh no, I was downtown for some meetings on Monday, and I walked by a GameStop. Look, they still have stores. Huh, there's one. Anyways,
Yeah.
for what it's worth, that store was no, it wasn't bored. It was actually fairly busy in there. There was people in there. Maybe they were just the
They
homeless
have these events, man.
trying to stay warm.
They're start staying warm, right? But they have these events, man. I see a lot of people in the one by me. They're just sitting there. They put these tables on. I think they're either playing cards or some kind of board game. So yeah, so I don't know, but it looks interesting. One being mentioned in chat here is SANA. This thing is up just 300% this morning with 25 million shares traded. Looks like this got going last night after hours. Got a nice big pop here from, again, $2 all the way up to $7. It looks like it ended around. Again, risky stuff. I don't have the flow for this, Peter, but I assume it's extremely low given the way it's moving this morning.
Well, I show 122 million shares in the float. So once again, technically not a low
Not
float,
bad.
but yeah, I mean, again, you probably have to treat it like a low float. If it's a stock under $10, it's
Yeah.
probably going to be low floaty, especially if it's a biotech. They had two. Once again, the analysts are busy out there. TD Cohen upgraded them from a hold to a buy, and on the other side of the coin, Bank of America added again. They actually reduced their price target from $8 to $7 on Sana Biotech. So some difference of opinion in the analysts as to where this thing is going to go. But again, analysts, whatever, right? So
Yeah. We are spicy today, my friends. For us, Peter, for me and you, it is a Friday technically. We're off tomorrow. It's not
sort
a
of,
holiday,
yeah.
but it's observation for Jimmy Carter, right? But it's like
Yeah.
it's like a Friday, right? We spoke not so great about alcohol and possible people dying, 100,000. Now you just call some people homeless at the GameStop store, and I don't know. We still have 30 minutes left of the show, so we could get into a lot of trouble, friends, as we go through this. So be patient with us. But again, just keep in mind we're off tomorrow, so we're excited, and it's a little spicy this morning. All right. So
Is that what I
SANA. If I
said?
look at this here,
Hmm.
yeah, it's all good. It is all good. But yeah, here SANA. Again, not a low flow, but it is risky. I'm gonna have it here on my risky pile, guys. Just be very careful. These lower price stocks that move like this, they are very difficult to read the price action. If you get caught in the right direction, you're gonna make tons of money if you got the right size. But if you don't get caught in the right side of things, it can hurt really bad, really fast. So again, just be very mindful of this one. And these type of I always like to say these type of lower price stocks that are moving like this, they love to attract new traders because you could take a lot of shares, right? So you're not really taking a whole lot of buying power, but you feel like, oh, I can take 1,000 shares and it's only this much. Be very careful, my friends. Okay, 1,000 shares can turn ugly very quickly. All right. All right, what else? That covers our gap down, friends. Let's take a look at what you guys have this morning. We'll start in chat. I see Guy F is giving us Ion Q. Let's take a look at how that looks this morning. So Ion, and then Q. Let's see here. We are down 17% today. 5.4 million shares trade. So nice big drop for them. Good volume. They can trade well. We have traded these guys in the past, not a whole lot lately, but before plenty. And looks like it got going last night. They had some news here. Obviously, right after hours, look at the big drop continuing into this morning, retesting the lows from last night's lows here after hours, kind of retesting that in the pre-market low today. This looks interesting. I like what I'm seeing here, guy. Thanks for throwing this out to us. Peter, not sure if you had an opportunity to see what is driving this thing.
Same news as we talked about already, right? Again, the CEO of NVIDIA saying that quantum computing is 15 to 20 years away, is taking down everything that's quantum computing related, including IonQ.
I like IonQ. Out of all these we looked at, like the QB and the UB and the QB, whatever, they don't look so great. But IonQ does really nice this morning. So I like the way this is moving. I'm going to put that on my list. Let's see what else, friends, we have here. eBay. Let's take a look.
Yeah, eBay is an interesting mention. Not one of my go-tos. They haven't traded very well for me in the past. However, there was apparently there's an article out this morning that Meta is testing showing eBay items in the Facebook marketplace. So that would give eBay obviously a lot more visibility to all of their used components and parts and whatever else gets sold on eBay. That's all I know. I used to go to eBay to buy used computer parts. Other than that, I don't know what they sell. Car parts, according to their ads on TV. More than that,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure what eBay's a target for, but doesn't matter. You get listed on Meta, it just opens, especially the Facebook Marketplace. There just gives you that much more access and visibility. So
Man, I'm not. I'm lazy on a couple of things. I'm lazy with eBay. I don't want to go in there and look at reviews and look at, okay, is this guy good? Who has the right part? It's too much work. Just get the part number. I'll pay a little extra from the manufacturer. It is what it is, but I know I'm getting what I need, and the return is easy. Again, that was
that,
years ago. I'd be
yeah.
completely wrong, Peter. It could be completely different, revamped, and it's like an Amazon now. But I want Amazon type experience with these guys. Is that the case with eBay now? Anybody using these guys? Is that the case we're having, or is it still kind of like, let's see what we're gonna get here?
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, I get it. The BT and Justin in the room are saying they sell everything, and I know that I get it. But what's their specialty? Because like just because they sell everything, I'm not going there to buy everything. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I've fallen into the Amazon trap. But if I want everything, I'm going to Amazon, right? Because that's the place to
Yeah.
go to. I mean, if
Do they still
I
do the
guess I
bidding? Do they
picture
still do that bidding thing?
I I don't know. I picture eBay as the place again. If I want somebody's used 1990s computer because I'm desperate for a part, then I'll go to eBay. But yeah, like it's a good specialty marketplace for that type of stuff. But I'm not going there to buy toilet paper and a new, I don't know, new
Yeah. So,
household
so you're
item.
not bidding on toilet paper on eBay. Yeah, I could see that not being a thing.
Probably not.
Oh
That being
man.
said, I don't buy toilet paper on
Yeah.
Amazon either. But anyways, never mind. Haven't
Peter,
lived
where
till
do
you've
you
been
buy
on
toilet
toilet
paper? Since
paper.
we're in the conversation, where do you get your toilet paper from? Where's
Oh,
that
well,
happening? Costco?
inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I'm asking for a
Costco,
friend.
usually. Yeah, Costco, man,
Okay,
best deal. Of course, you
there
get
you
them
go.
in
We do
these
the
packs that
same.
you need a forklift to move around, but still best deal.
Yeah, we do the same thing. All right, friends. Again, it's our Friday today, technically, as we're off tomorrow. My wife was like, "You're not off tomorrow. I don't see it on the holiday calendar." I'm like, "Sweetie, it's not a holiday. It's just for this situation with Jimmy Carter observation, but it's I'm off tomorrow." She thinks I'm lying, but all right. So there it is, eBay, friends. I like it. Let's just see. Uh, I'm with you, Peter. I don't know how well this is going to trade. The price action can be
Yeah,
very weird. Today's their day, though. They're up 7.4, 379,000. They normally don't get great volume. The daily does not look great, but today could be their day. You know what? We probably pumped it up talking about it so much. I'm going to watch it here and see how that goes. So eBay on deck this morning. It might not stay there. I'm being really nice to it after kind of beating it up a little bit. All right. What else, friends? What else do we have on deck? So that is in our chat room. Thank you,
are we?
guys.
Raf just posted a picture in the chat room. I'm not sure, Brent, if that's something you can scrape and pull up, but I have to admit
One
the
sec.
picture angered me. So maybe this is a very important question that we need to ask everybody, guys and girls. I mean, people in general. Does the toilet paper go on the roll folded over the front, or do you pull it out down the back?
Oh, you are getting
Yeah.
into Peter.
See, front.
There's old
See,
there's
See there. Look at this. Look at Look at the response in our chat room, man. It's going nuts. Front,
yeah. We
100%,
need a
man. See
poll on
that?
that.
Because that
Yeah.
picture had it going down the back, and every time I run into toilet paper like that, it just annoys me, and I've switched it around.
Doesn't work well.
The back should be
Doesn't work
illegal.
well. I'm a yeah. It doesn't work well. We do the front too in our household.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Important things.
Wow.
The big discussions of the day.
Absolutely.
Which side did the toilet paper roll off of? Anyways, all right. Sorry.
There we go. In our YouTube chat, same response. The front. All right. All right, friends, over on YouTube. Let's see what you guys like this morning. Give me some
I
tickers out here
love
so
you
we can look
guys.
at. We're talking about Amazon. Let's look at Amazon as well, since we kind of mentioned it. This is a possibility for toilet paper shopping. Amazon this morning, 478,000 shares traded. Pretty quiet. Again, big drop yesterday. Like everything just had a drop yesterday. So we can't give them too much credit. Amazon, unless there's some news that's driving them. They're really not in play this morning, so we'll leave them alone. I see Roblox being mentioned in our chat here. Roblox today. Roblox is so huge. I didn't know how big Roblox was. I was looking at the numbers compared to like Minecraft, another big game. Roblox is like 10 times bigger than they are. It's crazy. Up 2% this morning. Really no volume. So I see what you're looking at here. Who mentioned that? Orange G. Possible breakout of the daily at 62, but there's just no volume here. So we'll leave this one alone for now. I do like when it is in play, it trades very well. It's one of my favorite stocks to look at. But again, right now, I invest so much in it through my daughter, but right now it's just not looking so great. AMD today down 2%, 1.7 million shares traded, as you can see here. Yeah, AMD's again down with everything else. We can add that one, but I do have Nvidia already on here. Why is AMD down though? If Nvidia is up, um, interesting. 9:10. Our production manager is telling me it is 9:10. Let's get moving. We have
Yeah,
so much to
speed
talk
it
about
up.
today, guys. But yeah,
Let's toilet
I'll
paper
add
talk.
AMD on here. Less toilet paper talk on this non-Wednesday Friday. Peter, take us through announcements. We'll come back and do some levels. Give it to our guys that are trading live today, Andrew and Brian. And then after that, guys, Avi and Paris are trading right after Andrew and Brian. So if you want to see a different trading style, what they did, stick around for that. It's going to be live on YouTube. I love seeing those guys, man. It's a lot of fun. So Peter, take us away.
Okay, so pretty quick today. We've got our psychology series of webinars happening on Wednesday, so it is still a Wisdom Wednesday. And Dr. Kenneth Reed will be taking the lead here at 8 p.m. in the webinar room with the Fear Eraser. It's a great take on some of Mark Douglas's teachings. Mark Douglas was like one of the grandpappies of trading psychology and trading strategy, and he's long since passed away, but his legend lives on, and we'll be talking about him and what we can learn from what he's taught us with Dr. Kenneth Reed at 8 o'clock. So hopefully you'll join then. Next week, Mike will be taking over on Wednesday, talking about mind over market, how you can develop an appropriate trader's mindset. That'll be next Wednesday, the 15th. I'll just remind you that tomorrow is a holiday. Okay, so Jimmy Carter's funeral is happening tomorrow, and as a result, the markets are closed. So we have no mentorship sessions happening tomorrow. So those are all canceled because the market is closed. Today, though, if you wanted to learn about Bookmap, you need to get your fix of webinars. Well, you can do the Bookmap session at noon with Nathan, who will be talking about how you can get the most out of Bookmap. It's a great tool. If you don't know it, go. You can sort of learn about how it works. If you do know it and want to know how to employ it or get some tips about the setting it up and configuring it, then all of those things can be addressed at noon in the webinar room. So hopefully you'll join Nathan for that today. All right, guys. With that, if you want to join us here at Bearable Traders, we do live trading every hour the market is open, which remember is not tomorrow, but it's today until 4. You can join us. We have a number of membership options here that you can take advantage of. And I noticed after I was messing it all up yesterday, they've updated the offerings that we've got here. So this is correctly indicated right from the intro through to the Elite Annual. You can get whichever makes sense to you. All right, with that, Carlos, I'll let you set some levels. I'll let everybody know what our moderators are trading, and then we'll hand over to our live traders for the opening bell.
Yep, absolutely, guys. So we'll jump right in. Here's NVIDIA, man, looking awesome. Great drop yesterday, and the volume this morning. This is one of my favorite stocks to look at today. It'll be this one, NVIDIA. I have the pre-market 142.81. The low is already slamming into the low from yesterday and the previous day close. So do not need to add anything else on here when it comes to NVIDIA on that front. We do have a daily level here at 144.91. And then if I look towards the top, we're slamming into, man, this is pretty good. Look at the highs and lows, just kind of covering a lot of the daily levels we have already on here. This is the 141.91. So a lot of it's already being covered. I do see there's maybe one here around 146.42. that could be another one too. A lot of support and resistance there. You could see how that played out yesterday as well. So again, pretty nice levels. Look how nicely that is playing out as far as the intraday action as well. These levels looking really good. And that's all you really need. Towards the bottom, in case we're going to be showing some more weakness, 138.16, and then right over here, 135.78 for NVIDIA. RGTI, big drop, and they're trying to make a new, they did make a new low here. As they're continuing to drop, I am still going to mark down this area. This is going to be 13.47. I know that's not the pre-market low right now, but that look at that. The support you had here this morning so far in the last 2 hours, I think it's worth noting that even if we get continue to drop, if we get any kind of bounce, that could be an area for us to target. 15.40. Great level off the daily here was support and then resistance at some point here. So you want to have that down as well. In the pre-market, we flirted with that as well. So I like that there, but definitely I would love for you guys on YouTube to flirt with that thumbs up button. So hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. Towards the bottom, in case we continue with this highway to hell, 11.05. 11.05 is the next big level I see on the daily. IonQ, my friends, on here, man, also looking weak. It's probably one of my favorite, all this quantum stuff. So this is probably one of the good ones here. NVIDIA kind of dropped the bomb on everybody else and just, went on their merry way. They're gapping up this morning. But here is IonQ, probably one of my favorite ones today. 40.21 is the low of the pre-market. The high is going to be hanging out at 45.50. Within the price action, you do have 42.20. And I was trying to figure out why I like this better than the other quantum ones. This is the one that's above that $10 price, that $20 price. It's at 44. I love stocks that are a little bit higher price. This QBTS and QUBT, these prices don't do it for me. So I like the $40 price here much better. Below the low of the pre-market is going to be 37.49. So I like the way this is looking this morning. Very active. I just hope we continue to keep the shares for short. A lot of these quantum stuff, if you look at the inventory for short, is very low, 200,000, 150,000. So if you try to short any of these and you can't, that could be the reason why. eBay is on my list. Again, pre-market action looks a little bit suspect, but today's their day. If they can do something, it has to be today. I mean, look at this massive gap up, 7.3, 400,000 shares traded. Looks very good. I am going to mark down some levels at 65.87. You see a couple of stuff there, support and resistance. Looks great. We also have 66.99. It's a good one. How about above? Are we hitting all-time highs on eBay? No, we're not. We had a good situation here back in 2021. So let's go there off the weekly, right? We won't go into too much details, but off the weekly here, we do have a level of 71 in case we can get there. And I don't see anything significant between our pre-market high now and 71. I don't see anything on there this morning. Wow, look at that. Francis hitting us with is that a $5 euro or €5? I don't know, but thanks, Carlos and Peter. Appreciate the donation, my friends. Really nice. Is that a sign up for? I haven't seen this one before, so it's throwing me off a little bit. But it's like 1 month sign up for the membership. I think it is. We appreciate you, buddy, man. Thank you.
Wow.
Good time viewer of ours, always on deck. So really appreciate that. Yeah, we turned that on, but we never actually promoted it. We just have it there. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's look at AMD this morning. AMD doing some stuff in the red today. Love the pre-market 123.03. Below that, we do have 120, 120.13, and then below that one, 118. So this is AMD today. MU is also somewhat in play, but I like AMD a little bit better this morning. Right where the price action is 124.87. We're going to mark that there. You can see a lot of flirting going on the daily there as well. All right, friends, that does our levels where our team is watching. And then we will head over to our live traders, Andrew and Brian, taking you through the market open today.
All right, guys, let's look at what our moderators are watching today. We'll start with Lenny. He's got a fairly big list here watching NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, and which are pretty standard, and then eBay, Roblox, RGTI, and QUBT. Megan's going to watch also QUBT, mRNA, Serve, Robotics, and NVIDIA. Jared's going to be watching RGTI, IonQ, Tesla, and mRNA. Pierre's going to be watching RGTI, Micron. I'm surprised. He's going to try and stick with it. NVIDIA, Tesla, and AMD. Thor is watching the market indices, NVIDIA and Tesla. Avi, guess his watch list. Maybe the Magnificent Seven. Maybe AMD added to it. something like that. Phil's going to be watching the SPY market overall: Nvidia, AMD, Roblox, and Tesla. I'm going to be watching my usual three in AMD, Nvidia, and Tesla. And today, I think I'll keep an eye on RGTI, QBTS. I like the way it's moving, and eBay. Just because all the kids are watching eBay, I'll watch it. I don't have a lot of hope, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Phil's adding eBay to his list, and Mike says he's going to be just watching Nvidia and Tesla as he usually does. So there you go. That's what our mods are looking at. Hopefully you've got some ideas of what you're going to trade out of that. It's time to get ready for the market open. We got our live traders queuing up here, so they're getting ready to go for the market open. Like Carlos mentioned, we then have we've got live trading all morning here happening on YouTube. So stick with us. Give us a good old thumbs up and a like. We've got an extended program that we started to roll out for you. So should be a lot of fun as our live traders get queued up and ready for this open happening in just under 10 minutes now. We got about 10 minutes to that open. I see Brian Pesum's in with his list now. He's also watching Nvidia, Tesla, eBay, and AMD. So there you go. So, and he's one of the guys that'll be trading live with you. So let's give it up for him. He's getting going here. I don't know. I'm hoping that we get what we call a rising devil trade on all of these quantum stocks. They all look very similar. I've got three charts here lined up on one screen in RGTI, QBTS, and IonQ, and they look very similar. The charts are just very similar in the pre-market here this morning, and I'm hoping we get a pop-up to the VWAP, and then we can trade a short drop. But again, I'll only believe it once. I got to wait for that volume to come in, and then we'll see what happens. eBay, I'm thinking might go the other way. We might get a pullback, and then maybe it'll run long, to the top side. But
we'll eBay's tough. Yeah.
eBay's a tough.
We'd love to see if we get the actual volume. Yeah, the volume is the issue with this one. It did take how the price action is going to be, but man, they're crushing it this morning. All right, we're looking good, friends. Waiting for Andrew and Brian to hop on in, then we'll hand it over to them. Riot, let's take a look. Someone's mentioning that here in chat. I find crypto coins tickers today very quiet. Like Riot, CleanSpark, Mara, Coin. I don't know. I see them very quiet. Even MSTR with 900,000 shares traded. I believe we've seen better pre-market activity, but the daily on MSTR does look good. Like if you look at it's holding on to a support level here. If we lose that, we do have some room to run towards the bottom. So that could be fun. But we just kind of have to wait and see what the market open looks like for that one. So today's a full day of trading though, Peter, right? We're off tomorrow, full day of trading. I wonder if the volume is going. I don't think the volume will die down today, right? Because it was not a planned holiday, right? So people didn't just plan to go on vacation or do anything fun. It just came out of nowhere, obviously, given the unfortunate situation. But yeah, I think you're gonna see volume throughout the entire day today. I don't see it tapering. Like you normally would.
No, if anything, I expect slightly higher volumes because of the closure and the fact that we've had, we're coming off of a couple of holiday weeks where things have been offset, so volumes have generally been lower. I'm thinking that we should see some good price action, some good volume today. So, I could be off on that, but that's my expectation.
Yeah. Yeah, so should be interesting to see how the market reacts here. Yeah, the fires in California, I mean, we've been watching them and it's crazy. So if you're affected by it, hopefully you're okay. Stay safe. Don't be the last one. Don't be too late to actually decide to get going if you have to go, right? So just be careful. Be careful, take care of yourself if you're in anywhere near that. This one's supposed to be pretty bad because of the wind. I hear Brian. Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
We're awesome, man. We're doing great today.
Great, Brian.
Good. Awesome. Well, so what's the deal with eBay?
Meta, anyways, announced that they're probably going to include eBay items. They're trialing including eBay items in the Facebook marketplace. So that's why.
Okay.
We got the honorable mention.
Yeah, a lot of.
All right, we got Andrew, who's going to be coming a little bit late today. He's got to go hand pick the Arabica beans for his coffee. Then he'll be here.
Just order them on eBay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
bit of the
maybe he
Riga.
should. Some used beans. Can you get new beans? I don't know. Anyways,
so
all
all the
right. I am
quantum,
watching again. I'm watching all these
yeah,
quantum
I was just,
stocks again.
yeah,
If you guys are
quantum
just
stocks look
joining, anybody that
interesting.
missed the news earlier, they got a little bit of a punch in the gut by the CEO of NVIDIA, who said that quantum computing, its usefulness is still 15 to 20 years away. And we see all of the quantum stocks dropping this morning as a result. So we'll see what
Yeah,
happens when the opening bell rings. But
these have had quite a run, so they've got a long way to
Mhm.
fall. Um, they're, you know, got that sort of meme status, and I think
Yeah,
they maybe some of the wind is coming out of them today here. So I
this is
am,
this is one of those things. The higher they fly, taller they are, the
higher
harder
than,
they fall.
yeah. Okay, so
Who is the
it
I want to call him Pegasus. That's not right. Icarus. Icarus was the guy who had the
was
wax
Icarus, yeah,
wings, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
made the wax
Flew
wings,
too
yeah.
close to the sun. Yeah.
More likely get irradiated than get heated up.
Yeah.
But that was the myth anyway. So yeah,
It was a
IONQ
great old
looks
myth, isn't it? Of course, now we
yeah,
know the higher you go, the colder it gets. His wings would have been fine, but anyways.
yes, exactly. Would have stiffened up on him. Not not fact. No, I'm afraid not. I know that's probably a big disappointment to Redzilla, but to John, one of our moderators. Hmm. So IONQ looks kind of interesting. Actually, I'm short it right now. Oh, it's going to come down. It's going to
Oh,
lose 39 here.
okay. You're jumping in early. I see. Yeah, we just got a drop down on RGTI on a big volume spike. Look at that volume
Hmm.
candle. 1.4 million shares. 1.6 million shares actually in that minute. But
So I guess when Jensen Wong speaks, people listen. So Tesla's kind of flatlining right today. AMD's down, Nvidia's up a bit. Nvidia's probably, I'm gonna guess Nvidia's gonna take off, maybe go up. That was quite the. We talked about this yesterday or the day before, whether it was going to be
right.
whether the Nvidia sort of um, conference in his speech was going to be a sell the news event. So I think it was maybe a bit of that, but then of course we got the good ISM numbers, which really sent the yields higher. And of course, I think that's really what kind of spooked the market. We got quite a high. We touched, what was it, 4.7 on the 10-year. So that's definitely becoming more and more competition for. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice drop on IONQ. Going to cover some.
Yeah. Well, there you
Oof,
go. Oh, look at
there
that.
we go. Yeah.
You're getting a move. All right. Just be careful at that opening bell because who knows which way this thing will go. But good move right now. What's
Ooh.
Tesla doing? Not much.
You're going to cover some more here at 67. Ooh, 38.67.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a bookmap screen for us, Brian, for the room?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, I don't usually like to trade the pre-market open, or the pre-market, but so unfortunately, it didn't take a big position. I was thinking if it came back up, I'd add to it, but it just started to drop more and more. So, so I was kind of stuck with the position I had. It might bounce back up here. Nvidia is looking actually
All
pretty
right. We
good
got a
here.
minute. Minute to the open.
All right.
Minute to win it.
Let's rock this open.
Let's rock the Casbah.
This open. Rock the Casbah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to watch IONQ. I'm watching NVIDIA too. NVIDIA looks interesting. I think it might rebound today. We'll see if we get a pullback at the open.
Oh, NVIDIA just got a little bit of a move up in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Wasn't watching.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yeah. 5 seconds. All right, off to the races here. My opening bell. Ooh, straight down on RGTI. Was hoping for a pullback. It's not yet. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's not the move I was hoping for.
I've still got a little bit of
Thompson.
IONQ, but it's not giving me a bounce to get back to load back up again.
Yeah, so I'm looking at RGTI and the same story here. It's pulling up from the low it set. Oh, come on RGTI.
All right, then we're getting a pullback on NVIDIA. Just took some more off there at 37.60 on IONQ. Oh boy, it's still dropping. Yeehaw. All right, well, unfortunately, I'm just about out of shares here. So if we can get through 37, so we get 36. There we go. Whoop, there we go. All right.
I took a short on RGTI. Got a partial. See if we can get down under 12. Where did I get my partial? 12.05. Oh, here we go. Come on. Give me some more. There we go. Come on. It's a little jumpy here on RGTI. Didn't have the best entry.
I've taken a long on NVIDIA on that pullback. Here we go. IONQ bouncing off S4. That's a nice bounce. Oh, wow. Look at that. Nice. On NVIDIA.
Oh,
I knew it.
I got stopped out for the rest of RGTI at break even. I don't like the way this thing is moving. I just don't want to get caught in a big bounce up. It is down 30%. So, yeah. So,
all right.
Rising Devil style trade. But I'm out. Tesla. Push green.
NVIDIA's pulling back now. It's pulling back to my break even.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, don't do that. That's a big pullback. Didn't get a chance to. Yeah.
Big overlapping candles you've got on NVIDIA. That's it's starting to look messy.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see. Let's see what the Qs are. Qs and SPYs. Qs selling off a little bit. MU's dropping. AMD dropped quite a bit.
Yeah. Tesla.
Yeah, still trying to decide. They're still trying to decide whether NVIDIA is going to go up or down. Tesla popped up.
Did you get a drop back GT? I didn't get back in it. Perhaps I should have, but.
Wow, IONQ is now at 36. Oh my God, the humanity. I'm gonna get out of NVIDIA.
Man. Okay.
All right. Well, that was lost a few bucks on that trade.
Yeah. We just hit a new low of day on RGTI. I wasn't in it for that move. Like I said, I stopped afraid of the big pop on it, and didn't take the opportunity. So good move, RGTI. Good dollar move there, actually.
I think Nvidia still might go up, but I don't really like the price action right now. We'll see if it's right at the view app. Oh, some initial short covering on IONQ.
Tesla's pushing higher. I wonder if Tesla can get through 400 here on this run. Let's try and we got to get 399 first, so let's do that. Here we go. No. Lows. There you go. There's 399.
Are you?
I'm not trading it.
Okay, yeah, I shorted IONQ. Shorted IONQ again on that pop.
Okay.
Going in
Sure,
at 36.
I'm sure Andrew probably would be trading Tesla, trying to get that move through 400, but that's too crazy for me.
Yeah, there goes Nvidia's back up again. Nvidia's trading kind of crazy right now. It's definitely the seller at 143.
Choppy.
Let's see what we got here. See what Tesla looks like on Bookmap. All right, just going to cover some of that reshorted at 35.60. Might go lower now. Yeah, so that pop was just the people that initially got in, some of the people short covering. Oh, there we go. Here we go. IONQ is a ticket this morning.
You're doing well with it.
Yeah, it's doing okay.
Lordy.
Now we're going to lose 35. Wow. Awesome.
There you go.
This
goes
is
35.
Awesome.
There you go. There's a new low on RGTI as well.
Wow, 31 looks possible on this today. Oh, here we go. Nice. Just covered some more. 34.
Wow, you got a whole dollar. That push. Oh, an RGTI. All right. Well, I had the right idea on RGTI. Just my timing was off. So that happens. I'm okay with that. There'll be later opportunities for me, I'm certain. SSR is not always a problem. I did trade RGTI short, and it was on ACK. The only thing, when it's on a short selling restriction ACK, that just means that you have to go short on an uptick. So it actually has to be moving up. Again, this could be a fraction of a second, that uptick, but it's just the stock price has to tick up by at least 1 penny for you to be able to get into a short. Usually that's relatively easy to do because the price, if it's active, the price is moving around enough that you'll get filled. Usually.
All right. Nice short on AMD by Phil. He used options. It's always an option to use options. Jared's watching IONQ for a value play. I didn't think it actually earned any revenue, so I'm not. Maybe it does.
Is it? I don't know. Let's see here.
Income 171 loses 171 million. Therefore, there's no PE.
No, they don't make any money.
Yeah.
Well, and they lose 171 million on $37 million worth of sales. So
yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's not
Here
so
we go.
great.
All right. I'm just going to cover
But they've
some
got a
more
$10
here.
billion market cap, of course.
That's right. That's the way these
Oh,
hot sector manias work. So I just covered a little more here. We're getting a bounce.
oh no. This RGTI I'm like, I've got FOMO, guys. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna
Mm.
do anything dumb here, but it's hurting me. Oh well. Sometimes, you know what? That's the way it
You feel like a
goes.
nut.
So, and sometimes you don't.
And sometimes you don't. All right. I'm just was
Classic
thinking
ads.
about adding back to my position here. I was looking for a little bit higher on that bounce, but it didn't really. I was looking for about a 35 handle on that last
MU.
little candle there.
Yeah, look at MU.
It almost got to
MU's heading
35.
down to $100.
Yeah. Yeah. Tesla's getting hit here.
I see a bunch of people in the room looking for bounces. Just be careful. It's a little early for bounces, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So just be cautious on these trades. Don't get stuck.
Yeah. Bounces could be just shorting opportunities.
Tesla really pulled back here. Got to 399. What's the high? 399.25, and then man, it said nope.
Yeah.
Not doing it now.
For
Right back to yesterday's
400,
close.
forget it. Yeah, 400,
Forget it.
There were sellers there.
Ain't nobody got time
Tesla's
for that.
Still in, yeah. Tesla's in the green. Tesla's order book is a little bearish, I would say. It definitely it bounced off the VWAP. See if it comes back up. There's some big orders at 400 still. Orders are still sitting there. Wow. Okay. We're still sticking with a few shares left of IONQ. Man, this has turned into a great trade.
Yeah, it's working out very nicely for you, so that's good. Bounce on Tesla off the previous day close.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of off the VWAP. It just failed a little at the VWAP and then came right back up again. We do still have that order at 400, but I'm not sure if it's going to get front run again. Hmm. I'm watching Tesla for possible. We'll see if it gets through this 400. If it doesn't, I'm going to look at shorting it. But right now, it's looking like it might go through this 400 level. We'll see. We'll see how long. If it stays here for a long time, it's probably the buyers are gonna, the bulls are gonna give up. There's some orders coming in, a little bit of front running.
Okay. I like a Tesla bounce. Bounce.
Yeah, it was nice.
RGTI seems to have found an area it's comfortable with, so maybe this is a bit
Yeah.
of a bottom.
IONQ, so it seems like we're going to get more of a significant bounce. Yeah, some orders are stepping up on Tesla to the above, just below 400. So, it could be that, we'll see what happens here. IONQ is down below 32 now. Oh, is it going to lose 31? Yes, very nice, very nice. There you go. Just cover some more. Still watching
Just
Tesla
watching to
here.
see. This is my quiet period normally when I've got to wait and see what the market's going to give me and where the opportunity is going to be.
Qs and SPY really haven't done anything. There we go. Tesla's really stuck in a rut. There goes NVIDIA. Looks like it's going to start to move up now. Oh, here we go. We're going to lose 30 on IONQ, hopefully.
Yeah, we're dropping.
That will be
again
my
on.
that will be my last exit. There's a S6 level at 29.43. So we'll see if we can get there on IONQ. Guys, who else is trading IONQ or Rigetti or anybody else in the room?
Don't. I'm so
Yes,
upset that I
IONQ,
don't have
nice,
Rigetti.
nice. Yeah, Rigetti. I haven't even got that up on the screen. I'm assuming it's doing the same thing that.
Pretty much. Yeah. So is
All right.
QBTS. All of the quantum stocks seem to be in the same little bucket today. QBUT, your favorite, Brian?
QBUT.
QBUT and
Yes,
QBTS.
yes, absolutely.
They're all doing the same thing. So.
Almost got to 30. We got to 30.25 there on IONQ. Tesla's not really doing anything. Kind of feels like NVIDIA wants to, they're going to push it higher. It's probably going to break out here at some point.
Yeah. It's in a pretty tight range here. It looked like it was going to break down and then recovered from that. So.
I'm just waiting for Tesla to make up its mind here. It still wants to maybe break higher, but there's definitely a seller there, just a couple bucks under 400. Okay, here we go. Here we go with IONQ. I'm going to drop some more here. Here goes NVIDIA.
Wow. Okay. NVIDIA, let's see if NVIDIA can break the high of the day. Currently set at 143 and a quarter, 143.24 to be precise. Looks like it's got a good shot in it. Lots of good topside orders here.
Take a short on Tesla.
There it is. There's a new high.
395. Yeah, there's NVIDIA going.
Short Tesla. Eh? Okay.
Okay, I'm doing it. I am doing it with options, so I'm doing it with the 395s. There goes. Here we go. I'm gonna sell maybe one or I'm gonna sell two of these options at 820. I'm in at 245, so it's looking good here. I like that bounce back. Like I said, if it stays here too long, it's I think they'll probably the bulls are going to get lose confidence. Hopefully, that's hopefully what'll happen.
Want those bulls to lose confidence, eh?
We want the bulls to lose confidence that this stock's going higher.
You're Tesla, right? You said you're shorting Tesla, but through options.
Yeah, using options. Yeah.
So have you gone? You're long the puts.
Long puts. Yes, the 395s.
Long puts. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Good drop back to VWAP here, or sorry, to
Yeah.
previous day
Okay.
close
Here
on
we go.
Tesla.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. More of a drop.
Oh, Nvidia barely broke to a new high of day and then sold off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, getting more movement, Brian. It's looking good.
Yep. Going to hit $9. There we go. Hit $9 on this put. There we go. 910. Ooh. Okay. Selling some more. Ching ching. Well, the Qs are selling off here. Yeah. There we go. And here we are with IONQ. Last little bit out there. Worked. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Nice Tesla trade.
Good for you, Brian.
Nice,
Nicely done.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so good day. How's everyone how's everyone else's day going? Jared's looking for a bounce on the quantum stocks.
He's been looking for a bounce all morning, so
Hmm. Nvidia's challenging yesterday or the high of day again. It keeps bouncing back. So let's see if it's going to break out here.
guys, I'm just watching. I'm this is the time of day when normally trades don't set up for me. So if you're familiar with my trading, I usually if I don't get the open trade that I'm looking for, I sort of sit until I see the market set a directional opinion and decide to move that way. So usually that happens sometime between about 10:15 and 10:45. So we'll see if that happens today.
Awesome.
Just keeping an eye on things. Sure, Brian.
Yes, sir. So it's down at the new Bear Bull Trading office. We've got a new office downtown Vancouver. Yeah.
Right.
So
Andrew was
just,
offering you computing equipment yesterday. Did you walk off with something under your arm?
No.
Okay.
He's just offering me desktops. I don't need a desktop.
Okay. Did you hear any pigeons or garbage trucks while you were there?
No, but apparently he's right on the top floor, and
Okay.
there's roof drains, and apparently they can be quite noisy when it rains. So
Really?
if it's not one thing, it's another.
He can't seem to. He's always
It
getting these
can't win.
offices with these weird sound problems.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny.
I think a little bit of water running is probably maybe a little bit better than
The daily
than
garbage
the
truck
pigeons and the garbage trucks. Although it was kind of
pigeons.
entertaining.
It was
Yeah,
entertaining, but it did get old after a while. I think for everybody. So.
yeah. But you could
All
count
right.
on it. You knew what time it was.
Yeah. All these quantum
Oh,
stocks looks
Tesla's
like they've done a little bit of a turn here. Let's see if this holds. Nvidia's still
we're right
chopping
at
in a range.
the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart on IONQ.
Mm-hmm.
So see if it can get through this moving average. Nvidia is really trying to decide which direction to take here. We did have a sort of a feeble attempt at a breakout there in that last couple minutes ago. It got some volume, but immediately got sold off. So looks like Nvidia, we'll see if it holds the back down at the VWAP here. Qs are really, the market's not doing much of anything. We're just kind of chopping. The SPY does look a little bit weak. It's testing yesterday's low. Actually dropped below there.
All right.
So no positions for me right now. I'm out of that Tesla short. Still watching Nvidia here. I'm out of my IONQ trade. It's struggling at the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. That's exactly where you would expect it to find resistance. It does look like IONQ wants to go higher now.
Yeah, they're all looking. Maybe they've found their short-term bottom here. We'll see how much of a bounce they can get. Again, I'm looking at a whole series of them: RGTI, QBTS, QBT, IonQ. All look very similar.
Yeah.
eBay did get a move this morning. I wasn't really watching it that closely, but it sort of made a move up, pulled back to VWAP. That would have been a good place for a long. Would have got $2.50 on that move up to the high of day. News at 10. Good question, actually. I don't think we did. There is some economic news. Nothing major. Let's see. Here at 10 o'clock, we had the wholesale inventories that came out. Came out exactly at target. 0.2% contraction was the expectation. Came out at negative 0.2%. So there you go.
What did
nothing interesting there.
What did ADP? There was an ADP employment report. What did that come out at?
Slightly less jobs than expected. 139,000 was the forecast, Brian. 122 was what was actually there. So,
okay.
So, but I said that we also at the same time. Well, a few minutes later, we had the jobless claims, which also was lower. So both initial continuing was slightly lower. So less new jobs being created, but less people looking for them. So take that for what you want. But apparently you don't have to worry about that, guys. There'll be plenty of jobs up here once you annex Canada and invade Panama,
Greenland,
all sorts of Greenland,
and Greenland,
all sorts of
all sorts of fun.
Well, yeah, that's right. And you can take a sail in America. Anyways. Well, I mean, I at some point you figure it's got to be made real, right? We generally say we call people from the United States Americans, so just take over all of the Americans. Just make it all. It's a game of risk.
Over the Americas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What do you call Canada dry if we're annexed? It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be maybe it'll just be a legacy name. It'll become America Dry. I don't know. Yeah, that's a. Well, good question. Things we'll have to worry about. Okay, take our strategic syrup reserves.
Yeah.
It's true. Canada is the only country in the world that has a strategic syrup reserve. So there you go.
And almost 10 years ago, there was a big heist, too.
There was a heist. Yeah. Somebody.
I'm just long Nvidia. I'm long Nvidia just because it looks like it's going to 140. It's breaking out here.
I was just about to mention Tesla, which also looks like it's
Tesla's breaking
try at 400.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Just broke 400 momentarily there. See if it can get over that and hold it. Doesn't look like it.
We're going to go through 144 here on Nvidia. We're trying. Come on, you can do it. Big volume right now. Push. Give it a push.
There you go. Tesla up over 400. Let's see. Do I hear 401, people? 401. Yeah, there. I got 401.
Shit. I'm going to pull back here. Come on, NVIDIA. Let's take another run at that. With the Qs. Oh, the Qs are breaking out here, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. All right. It looks like the move upward on all of the quantum stocks has halted momentarily. We got a little back.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're all sort of sitting at that the 9 moving average on the 2-minute chart. On the 1 chart, the 9 and the 20 have sort of moved together here, so that's usually a sign of the enthusiasm's dying down. All right, we got 402 on, still moving.
Wow, Tesla's really moving. I missed on that trade. Oh,
Yeah.
well, just started watching and spending too much time watching NVIDIA. Looks like AMD rejected the VWAP, and it does look like IONQ is trying to get above the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. It is still using it as somewhat a resistance level.
Are you still short, Brian, or are you out of IonQ?
No, I got out of it when it dropped below 30 and kind of figured it was
okay.
It was done.
I figured that's not your typical MO to hold things for extended periods of time.
No. Well, I got a nice I got that nice run, initial entry, pre-market, and then that pop up. I was able to get back in short. And there goes NVIDIA. Damn, NVIDIA looked, I'm stopping out of NVIDIA. I kind of thought that looked fairly promising, especially with the Qs going up, broke to high, and now it's pulling back. Damn. Damn. Well, I guess it can't be a completely green day. I guess you gotta have one loser. Is that it? Jeez.
Well, the odds say.
Well, I've had it. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I've lost twice on NVIDIA. Tesla's now pulling back. Is back at the Qs have pulled back now a bit. The SPY actually bounced back up and went right back to went up to PDC, and then rejected right there. So we'll see if the SPY can get back into the red, or into the green, I should say. So what is Bitcoin doing today? Bitcoin must be off a bit, eh? Another $1,000 or something.
Yeah, I was down earlier this morning. I haven't looked at the price in the last in a while, but let's see here. Let's call it up. Bitcoin prices are currently at 95,852. So that's a little higher than it was.
96,000, just under 96.
95.8 right now, I see. So, but not going very far. It doesn't usually move big volume or big range pre-market or during the market hours. I mean, it's usually like late at night, right? That it.
Yeah, when liquidity is light. So I think the BlackRock and Goldman the night shift, go in and pump the price up. Support their ETFs. You got to support their ETFs. NVIDIA is just not finding any love here. Some big orders at 144, 145, 146. Still, I'm kind of looking here. Wow. IONQ, that would have been a nice short right at the 9 EMA for a re-entry if you missed out on it. AMD, so the semis are really getting hit again. Looks like MU's down almost 3%.
Tesla,
yeah,
man,
it's just sell.
Tesla hits these new highs and then really just sells off.
Yeah, look at that sell-off. Wow, the market's really volatile.
Yeah, the volume is lower on the markets than I expected, to be honest. I thought we'd get pretty good volume today. Looks like so far that's not playing out. I see the relative volume only between 60 and 80%, really. So Tesla's volume's 90% of average, so it's not quite as good. It's probably why the price action feels a little choppier and a little more sudden than it would be. We don't have the big volumes to settle things. Boy, man, dude guy. Still love the name. Riding AMD all the way down. Yeah, AMD did get a good rejection there from the underside of VWAP. Now it's down at low of day. That would have been actually a good place for a short. Now we just have to see what happens on these moves. Google just gone red again. It was sitting green for a few minutes. All right. RGTI back at low a day again.
Yeah. SPY retesting this low here. See if it bounces. Q's back at low of yesterday's low right now. Wow.
Apple looks like it might actually want to move higher here. We'll see if it can. Brian, do you have any big plans for your day off with the markets being closed tomorrow?
What do I have planned?
Sounds like nothing.
No, I do have something planned. What was it? Oh, I've got an AGM to attend. So there you go.
NVIDIA is moving very aggressively down here to the previous day close. We're at a low of day right now. Wow.
Yeah, I went long some SPX, one SPX put. This is a very dangerous trade. There we go. It's still going because SPX, I think I'm going to cover it here at 25.
Yeah.
So I got in around 20, just covered it at 25. I closed it out at 25. These SPX trades they move around a lot. This is a trick I picked up from Sean, I think, although Sean, I think, trades these later in the day.
I'm still hurting with this RGTI trade that I should have been short in.
Yes.
Well, I was earlier, but got stopped out. It's still hurting.
There's 0 DTEs, so they expire end of the day. They're quite the volatility is quite elevated on them. Actually, see now it's where is it now? The volatility is quite elevated on them. It tends to drop off as the day goes on, obviously, as you get closer to the close.
Yeah, I heard they actually had to reset a bunch of stuff because options that were set to expire tomorrow now have a problem with the market.
Oh, right.
Closure.
Oh, right. Yeah. Didn't expect that. Wow, look at IONQ. It's at 27 now. Whew. Damn, I should have shorted it again at 9. Oh, well, whatever. Wow, these SPX puts now are $27. The markets are pushing lower here. We're dropping to low of day on both the SPY. The SPY is at pre-market low. Qs are at pre-market low.
We are low. Should have got low. Anyways.
Yeah, no, damn. All right. Well, I don't have any trades on right now, so I'm just we'll look for something else to trade. So we got quite a sell-off that just happened, so we're probably going to get a bounce here. Again, IONQ bouncing back to the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. Tesla went red. Looks like it's going to try to go green again, but yeah, pretty erratic price action. This 583 looks like where SPY could go to. $584, maybe. Again, getting a bounce here. We kind of had a bit of a false breakdown on SPY, getting a bounce on the Qs. Pretty much getting a bounce on everything right now. NVIDIA went red. Now it's green again. Jared's in there buying. Jared's still trying to pick a bottom on IONQ. It's definitely, when it gets really extended, I mean, you can play these bounces. It is still trading below 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. It tells me it's still in a downtrend.
All right.
It's bouncing back. We're getting a bit of a bounce back here on the markets.
Yeah, and Apple actually just went green for the first time today. Look in the trend.
I'll go. I use, it depends if it's a swing trade or if it's a day trade. If it's a day trade, I'm using DAS. If it's a swing trade, I'll use my TD platform, even though I pay more commission. I do want to keep my two different trading styles separate accounts. Excuse me. Okay, so back at the 9 EMA on the SPY and the Qs.
Yes, we are. Just watching Apple here to see if it's going to be able to hold this previous day close or not. Looks like not so far.
Yeah, rejection right at PDC on Apple. Not surprising. It's usually where a stock will either find resistance or support.
Yeah, got a partial on that. I took a quick short. Looked like it was going to drop after it hit the previous day close. That's good. Come on, baby. Back to this consolidation area, probably around 241.60. That'd be nice.
Did someone get electrocuted there?
Huh?
Did someone get electrocuted there? I heard some. Yeah. Maybe that's.
Oh,
maybe
I don't think that was me.
Oh, okay.
If it's me, I'm not hearing it. Someone
Frog. Yeah. Did someone else hear that?
I don't know.
It kind of sounded. It sounded like someone was getting electrocuted or something.
Okay. Maybe I'm making weird sounds here.
So
I'm not.
So I'm not. I'm not imagining it. Thanks, Tom.
You're not.
I guess not. Okay. So here we go.
Burp.
SPY is looking a little dicey again. We'll see if it can hold here.
Wow. Well, if I did it, I didn't consciously do it. So that's a little disappointing.
Okay. Well, it could maybe it was Brent.
It sounded like a burp to me. No,
really?
I was on mute. Yeah, it sounded like a burp. I thought one of you burped.
I wonder where it came from. Oh no, honestly, like if I made it, that's a sad moment for me because that means I'm really going into old man stage where I'm like I've got bodily functions I'm not even aware of anymore.
Yikes.
So let's hope that's not the case. Okay, good. Thanks, Carlos. Apparently I was talking, so I couldn't have burped the time. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah. You can't do both.
No, at least I can't. Zen trader. Well, I didn't get another partial. Apple just came back down to this low area around 241.80. I'm afraid now it looks like it might be going up. If it comes back up to previous day close, it's going to stop me out. So yeah, maybe I have skills even I'm not aware of, Anthony.
There you go.
I'm out of Apple. So
it's possible.
There it's setting a new high. That didn't. I was hoping for back an Apple, but that's okay. Another little baby trade.
Okay, so SPY is still trying to hold this area, but another pullback there, sort of put in another area where it found some support here on the Qs and the SPY. So maybe maybe this is an area that they're going to try to defend here.
I've taken a little long here on RGTI just to see if we can get up over $10. On RGTI.
Tesla's coming back. Tesla's coming back now.
You can do it. There we go. I take a
No,
partial there
Ionic.
just quickly, not just in case it doesn't make it over 10.
Ionic put in a higher low,
There we go.
so that could be a indication that we are trying to bounce here.
That took a little more off RGTI over 10. Now I'm looking for 10 and a quarter. Obviously, I'd love
Nice.
a move back up to VWAP on this. Finally looked like my entry in RGTI, $9.77. Ivo. So just wanted to wait and see. It had those 4 candles, if you look at it in the 1 minute, with consolidating, and I needed it to break up the top side of that. So I entered at 10.24, just hoping for a move. It might come right back and stop me out again. That's been how all my trades, a few trades have gone today. But
yeah, that's happened to me quite a bit over the last little while too. Get a nice move and then
life of a reversal trader, right? That's what happens. You get stopped out if the reversal is not ready to go yet. So.
Right. Well, we're not sure where we're going here. NVIDIA's kind of trying to make its way back up to the VWAP. Looks like the SPY is trying to move up, back up.
Yeah.
Hard to say though. We're into some moving averages and we're still down below the VWAP, so it's not really a.
Whoa, Eli, that's a lot of trading on NVIDIA. Christmas treat that baby. You're green.
Let's see this
after all of it.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Well, if you know what you're doing. Hannah wants to know ATR on MU.
I show $5.12.
A lot of trepidation in this market, don't you think? Seems like everybody's a little bit nervous. We're all nervous. Yields are going up.
To make of things, eh? Well, that would be still early in this 25 calendar year, right? So,
yes.
Despite what Jared loves to say, how it's we're red on the year, which is
true.
On the
year, yeah. We are. You're red on the year.
Yeah. But Yeah. Okay. Hannah, I was just about to say, if you want the ATR, you can just go to tradingterminal.com. It's right there. When you call up a stock. But yeah, if you're not at a computer. Well, wait a second. How do you do this? RGTI, yes. Oh yeah, look at that. I lost the focus here for a minute. Yeah, let me take a partial here. Take some off. Looks like we got a good run up to at least 1050. Lots of good orders sitting on the books, waiting for that price.
MU's kind of finding a bottom here. I don't know. NVIDIA's really been flatlining for the last, call it 10 minutes at least, 15. Tesla's kind of flatlining too here. So
yes, indeed. Well, like I predicted a little earlier this morning, it's my expectation on most things we're probably going to get some sort of an inside, which means the trading price action will be inside the price volume for the previous day. And so far, that's true on most things I'm watching. Not the quantum stocks, of course, because they had the bad news. But
it's going to be, it'll be interesting to see if Jensen Huang is more powerful than the meme, than the diamond hand people, the meme stock traders.
Sean, if you missed it earlier, the Las Vegas CES Consumer and Electronics Show is going on, and there's a lot of sound bites of it. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, said that quantum computing, the value of quantum computing is still 15 to 30 years away from being realized. So you just put a very long
I think that's
time
true.
horizon
That is kind of true. Yeah, I think it is true. I mean, it is. It's a very.
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about the industry to say quantum computing 15 to 30 years ago they were talking about, but it,
right.
Haven't got anywhere so far. I don't have a quantum computer sitting on my desk.
Well, you got. Well, you do have. NVIDIA came out with some discussion about these AI chips that were going to turn your computer into a powerful quantum almost based computer, almost the same kind of power.
It is fascinating, like when they really. I saw an article where they were talking about the different computing technologies, and like quantum computing as it stands today, they say it's like much faster, but you got to worry about the error rate, I guess, on certain things. Right? And it's so it's got a higher error rate, but it's significantly faster. So if you can compute so fast that you can overcome the error rate by reading multiple times, then it might be worth it. But it's a sort of a different thought than get it right the first time. So
yeah.
Anyways,
think.
Oh, Vic. Now Vic's coming with the conspiracy theories saying that it's because NVIDIA doesn't have a quantum chip and Google does. So he's poo-pooing it. Well, I don't know. Like, hey, look.
Possible.
Maybe that's part of the game. Is he's trying to calm the industry, give time for NVIDIA to get their R&D department on that. I don't know.
Can you trust a guy in a black shiny jacket, that leather jacket? That's what I want.
He does seem to have a big collection of them.
Yeah, that was his Vegas jacket, I think.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, like, that's right. It is happening in Vegas, so why not?
Yeah, he borrowed that from Liberace.
Our GTI is looks like it's lost its enthusiasm to move higher for the moment.
Yeah. IONQ is just sort of sandwiched between the 9 and the 20 EMA. All right. Well, that was good. Just watching SPX and the SPY. Just took some SPX calls long. Just 2. So we're bouncing up here.
All right, getting to move higher here in our GTI. That long trade is
like
making me feel a little better about my miss earlier. Come on, RGTI. Where's VWAP? 1134. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Let's go there.
All right. All right. Tesla's moving back up here. Maybe worth taking a long here on some calls. Let's take a look. Long some calls at 770. I'm doing the 397.50s. Qs and SPY are moving up here. So I'm in at 780 on these, so see if we get a move back up to 400 here on Tesla. Would be nice. There's nothing really. There's no orders above there. That's kind of concerning.
Yeah. Well, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I sold some at 820. I sold some at 826. Here we go. I'm going to go some more here. Yeah, I'm just concerned that there's more orders to the downside on Tesla than there are to the upside.
Tesla. Let's see here.
A nice move on the SPY and the Qs right back up.
Come on, RGTI. Papa needs some pasta. Big juicy noodles.
Rigatoni. Antipasta.
That's an antipasta.
Reminds me of that Peter Sellers movie when he was impersonating the Italian mob boss. He was saying all these words the only words he knew in Italian. Or antipasta. Rigatoni.
Okay.
Antipasta.
Okay. Culturally inappropriate these days, I assume?
I don't know. Who could be offended by antipasta?
Well,
When I
Maybe
first
it's
read
pretty-
antipasta
Whoa.
on a menu, I thought if it
Yeah.
combined with pasta, they would annihilate each other.
Like antimatter.
There you go.
It's just
All right, I'm going to get
That's a
out of the
good
rest
question.
of this Tesla trade, flat on the rest, because I'm not going to watch this. It got half my position out at a higher price.
If you put a bunch of antipasta on a plate of spaghetti, what would happen?
Yeah, that's a good point. What is it? Antipasta is like green stuff. Okay.
It doesn't have to be green.
PDT doesn't supply if
It could be, yeah, a pomade of olives or something.
And Logan, I'm not really sure what is PD? What is the acronym PEATS? Kind of eluding me if there is something. He's asking a question in YouTube. PDT doesn't apply. I don't know.
PDT doesn't apply. Hold on. What's this question?
Pattern day trader. Okay, thank you. I don't know about that. No, I had no idea. Only to margin account. Okay. Here we go. All right. IONQ.
Cash with no margin.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a US based rule, but I think it still does apply.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Heading
though,
back down to IONQ heading back down.
Yeah, my RGTI dropped here a little bit, and I don't like this pullback, but we'll see if we can get going again. I can be patient. I've got all day. So.
Excellent.
Hey, Peter, we do have a
Yes,
replacement for you. Abby is online.
Excellent.
A little early, so you
Okay.
can drop out.
Well,
right.
sounds good. I'm
Peter,
happy to
thanks
hand
for-
over to him. My trading is fairly sedate, so thanks everybody for sticking with me. So as you see, you don't have to be frantic like Andrew at the Open. So you can be nice and calm.
It's less entertaining.
He's certainly much more interesting to watch as a trader, though, isn't he? All right. Take care, everybody. Then I'm going to call it a morning. We will be back in the chat room with everybody as usual around 3:00. Take care.
3:00. Yeah, for the close. We do have Jefferies reporting. That's one of the first banks that reports financials that report their earnings season. So earnings season's kicking off unofficially on Friday with Delta Airlines. That's usually my indicator. So, Abby, welcome.
Thank you, Brian. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good,
We're making money
good.
today.
Yeah, I see it as a very opportunistic day. I'm actually a little frantic today, facing the market all over the place. But good day, good opportunities. Let's say, put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, SPY and Q is still struggling here. Just really, I haven't done much of anything, but I'm just watching. Right now, I'm looking at Carvana for some. I had this on my watch list, and it's down at S4 right now. So a bit of a move here. What do you have you made a trade yet? Because I know you tend to let things settle out, give it a half hour or so.
Yeah. I'm actually long in Amazon and Tesla at the moment from about 20 minutes ago on both of them.
Okay.
I was sitting and waiting, and yeah, I tried to get that rip on Tesla up through 400. Unfortunately, it just rejected 402. That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
And
I didn't see that coming.
No, at all. You know what? AMD was really exciting. I was in that short looking to go through 120. I got out at about break even not long ago.
Mm,
Oh, lots of things going on.
yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
Man, AMD's trading way outside this sort of range, R4 to S4. It's really trading
Mhm.
outside of that. I don't know if it's gonna manage to come back up here. It's put in a bit of a higher low. So we had a low at around 10:15. We had a higher low. We had a pullback with a higher low at 10:30. So now it seems to be making a bit of a move here.
Mhm. Very interesting. Well, I still have a very bearish opinion on AMD. I feel like that's the more likely move for the day, but
Mm,
we'll find
to,
out.
to the downside.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. For now, it's
Yeah,
found buyers.
yeah, I'm just thinking that higher low kind of indicated maybe there were people there were buyers willing to step in at a higher price. So
And momentarily, I shall be exiting this Amazon trade. It looks like it wants to go down.
hmm.
So I wasn't watching you, but what did you get into this morning? Did you get something on Carvana?
I traded some Tesla. Um, I traded. Let's see, what did I trade? God, I traded. The big trade I had was Ionic. Shorted that. Shorted it in the pre-market, and then dropped basically. I didn't because it was pre-market. I didn't want to take too many shares, but got sold them when they dropped down around 30, 35-ish. And then it popped back up, and then I reshorted it again, larger size, and then just followed it down. So it was a really awesome trade, and that worked out quite well.
Nice.
Yeah, the other trades haven't been 100%. They've been little trades, but with some options. But yeah, IONQ, I think, was the winner for me today.
Nice. Free market,
Yeah.
huh? It's pretty wild.
Well, yeah, but it was just, it was just leaking, and then it lost. What did it for me? It lost this pre-market low at 40.48, and then it just kept dropping. And so I thought, oh, it's going to be weak right from the get-go, which it was. So Tesla heading lower here. Tesla's, Tesla's got, like I said, when I was long here, it kind of concerned me that there were no big orders to the upside. All the big orders were to the downside. So it just, to me, it looked like the book looked a little bearish, which is why I didn't stick with this long trade after it got through that VWAP.
Yeah, it moved pretty aggressively going up through 400, did that
Yeah.
breakout, but that's about it. Didn't go any further.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
looked promising for a little while. But oh well, we'll
Yeah.
see. And let's see. So Amazon I'm still in it long. It's refusing to stop me out.
Right.
So it's
Amazon's
just sitting
down 88. It's still down 88
Yeah.
cents. I guess it's well off the lows of the day, right?
Yeah, well, the low was what, 220.2. Now it's over 221. It's $1
Yeah.
off the low. So
Right.
I see buyers there, but let's see if they really are ready to step up and play the game. Don't really
Perfect.
know.
Perfect rejection right at the VWAP on Amazon.
Is that about 222? Is that?
Wow.
'Cause I don't have VWAP on my charts.
Yeah, it's VWAP is 221.95. You're right. Almost right on there.
Yeah, very nice. Cool. And we have Apple now. High day break 243.
Oh yeah, look at that. It did. It's breaking out.
Oh,
Look at this.
very nice.
We've got Apple going. That's interesting.
Apple's been a lot of fun recently.
Yeah.
Got Meta as well. So let's see if there's an opportunity here on Apple. So I'm trying to see if there is a level here at this 243 area. Nothing that would make sense to me. So I'm not just going to put a level on the chart just to be there.
Right.
But
245 looks like 245 is R4, and that's kind of matches up here with some levels that we've had a couple days ago, some areas we broke out from and then broke down from, and then yesterday's sort of high. What is that? Yesterday's high 245.36. Yeah, so it's 240. Could be going to 245.
It's interesting. We have 2 days ago low, which is where it is right now, about 243, and then the high of yesterday, 245. There are levels right about where it is now. So interesting. This could be fun. Well, let's see.
Yeah, it does. This is a interesting trade because it came down to S4. This could be one of these trades that Thor likes to do. He likes to pick up these stocks that trade down into these Camarilla pivots or up into them, and then take them for a reversal. So this has come right off S4. So I'd be looking for maybe at least 244 on this. It's possible it could get there. And the Qs and the SPY are going to help them here because we're bouncing back again.
Yep, things are looking bullish. Yeah. Wow. Gosh, Amazon's been just painful. It pulled back, almost got me now. It'll go. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna leave the stop where it is just because not worth playing with it. Anyways.
Yeah, Nvidia's really just trying to stay green right now. I would have thought they definitely had some sellers there at 144, 143, and 144. Some people taking profits.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. A little pop on almost everything right there.
Yeah, there's
one thing I've been trying to work on is trying to be more aggressive with my trading and take the setups when they come, because I've seen, let's say, 5 or 10 setups a day. I only take 3 of them, and then I look back at them like, wait a second, you got to take it. The trade book says take the trade, so take it. It's one of those psychology things, It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
That's all fun.
It's interesting. So it looks like IONQ kind of put in a double bottom there. Maybe a possible long.
You know what? I'll have a look at that. IONQ. Oh yeah, double bottom on IONQ, huh? 26, 28.
I've kind of missed the entry, unfortunately, and now it's at that 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, which I don't usually. That's usually an area I would expect a rejection at. So. So not an ideal setup, unfortunately, now.
Yeah. Well, I would put a level on IONQ at 28, 20. Let's have a look. Where is it? Just about 27, 70, 75. So where it is right now on a daily chart, and that's kind of where it is doing the double bottom. So if it completes that pattern, again, I'm looking at a 5-minute chart. So if it does that, that could be. So interesting, very interesting. Cool. And Tesla, very messy place, but I am long in it from a little while ago. Yeah. Again, Tesla's refused to stop me out. I don't get it. It's funny. Sometimes you realize you should stop, but it hasn't hit your stop. It's like pennies away, and just leave it. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
And man, Apple, there it goes. Breaking
Yeah,
through.
it's going.
Apple, Tesla, Amazon. Okay, things are on the move a little bit. I'm curious about Google as well here. Let's see, 194 breakout retest, but not very clean. Difficult to trade that. There you go, guys. Some of you on YouTube wanted to see my screen. That should be up and running now.
All right. Yeah, Apple's had a nice pop up here. Tesla, same thing. We're moving up nicely here.
Mhm.
Q's in the SPY back. We're going to go, or maybe we're going to go. Q's are looking like it might go green on the day. Same with the SPY. We've been here a few times before
Mhm.
today.
Yeah,
So,
very interesting.
yeah, Q's moving up.
Nice. I might get into this Microsoft position right now. The setup is
Hmm.
pretty good for what I like to see. Let me see if I can pinpoint this. We got 240.
Microsoft.
If the Qs are going up, Microsoft goes with it, right? Or the other way around. Either way.
Yeah, should be. Yeah. Although Microsoft has been struggling over the last half a month, couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It sort of topped out right at right in the middle of December, and it's been in a bit of a downtrend. It does look like it's tried to break this downtrend on a daily, so
Trying, but yeah, I'm looking at the chart now and the setup's not there. It was tempting for a moment, but I don't see it. What
yeah,
I'm
there
seeing on
goes
the 5-minute
IONQ.
yeah. It's not there.
IONQs broke through 29. It was nice double bottom pattern there.
There it is. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. Hey, what happened on Nvidia just now? Anyone see that wick? At least on a 5-minute,
Ooh, that
I see
was
something.
something weird. Yeah, that's just a fat finger trade.
Yeah. Ooh. Very interesting. If you don't know that, then you think, oh, wow, there's so many buyers there. Go long. But no, not what you want to do. All right. So Amazon and Tesla are both beginning to work for me. I mean, both of them for now, still long.
Yeah. So anybody take that trade long on IONQ? That was, like I said, that was a nice pattern double bottom. Unfortunately, I was watching other things. I didn't catch that until it was too late. So sometimes you just have to honor your trade book. Don't chase trades when you've missed setups.
Yeah. That is a very tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, so that was a little painful. Yeah, unfortunately missing out on that one, but that's okay. Made a lot of money on IONQ today, so I'm happy with that anyway. All right.
Nice.
Well, it is almost 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock Eastern time. So everybody who has joined us on YouTube for trading this morning, appreciate it. Thanks very much. I know Avi's going to stay around, and I think Paris is going to join you too, right? So
yep, that's the plan. So let's see if you're still in bed or if you got. Let's see.
breakfast for me. So yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone on YouTube, and yeah, I hope you had a profitable day. There were certainly lots of opportunities. Nice, Eric.
Yep.
Some of our people in the room made some good trades with me on IONQ. So lots of opportunity to get in there as it continued to sell off. So, all right,
Yeah.
Avi, thanks very much. And yeah, we'll talk to you all later.
Thanks, Brian. Enjoy your breakfast.
Cheers. Thanks.
Cool. All right, guys. So Paris isn't here yet, but I promise to keep you all entertained. How about that? So we have Amazon. I'm in this long position here. It almost got me, but here we are, still surviving. And Tesla. I got long a little while ago, but it's well, just sitting around where my break even is still, and still hasn't got me, still hasn't stopped me out. So let's see what happens. For now, that's it. William should be on more often. Sure, I come when I can. Always good to be here.
Okay, Avi, how are you?
Hey, Paris, I'm good. How you doing?
Man, third day of a struggle. This market is so frustrating, to be honest. This week specifically.
Yep. Oh, I feel you, man. I know. I'm in the same place. It
So,
is yeah, it's tricky, but
so it is
opportunistic as
very
well.
tricky.
Yeah. Good, good. What did you get into? IONQ as well?
Nvidia just was a pain in the ass, and then Tesla as well. I did capture that 10-point move from 394 to 204 to 40, sorry, 394 to 402. But man, it's just frustrating, to be honest.
It is
I don't know
frustrating.
what these stocks want to do.
I'm with you on that. If you look, I got into that breakout trade as well. As it broke out 5-minute ORB at about 10 o'clock long on Tesla. I didn't take the profits at 402 and then took a small stop eventually. So yeah, frustrating.
Yeah, it is frustrating.
Yeah, and AMD as well. It went nicely in my favor. Short, didn't take the profits, and then out just about break even. So yeah, one of those. Same situation. So anyways, market is still open and there's still opportunities. I'm actually beginning to like AMD for a short again. Maybe. Not yet though. It's getting there. Are you in anything right now?
I am currently short Tesla
Okay.
from 396. So we'll see if it drops to the low of the day. Tesla has been
You know what?
holding the 393 level all day,
Mhm.
but let's see if it has a chance to break to the lows this time.
You know, we're doing that again, right? Because I'm long on Tesla right now.
Yeah.
Well, you're been long for a little while.
So I'm short Tesla. Let's see if it goes to 393 today.
Oh, you know what? My I'm really looking at this AMD short possibility. It's not there. So, what else do we have here, guys? Venu, what was the entry on Amazon? Amazon, for me, after it made a big move down, then this indecision candle, then that big hammer, then the new high off of that big hammer was my entry, and I'm still in it. So that's the strategy for the reversal that I like to take. For now, it's mildly in my favor, just mildly, hasn't really gone anywhere. AJC, no, I stopped out on that AMD trade for a mild profit, just a little better than break even. But hey, that would have been good if it ran. We were doing that early this morning. Alpha, you want to talk about Apple short? Well, I don't see a good reason to short it here. What do you see a short here? How do you see a short here? It's very bullish and it's consolidating. For me, above the level. So for now, there's no reversal pattern.
So Tesla is dropping. Let's see if it goes to 393. That would be my first partial.
Yeah, there it is. Tesla. If it makes a new low, that's when I will exit this trade. And that's where you'll make money.
Okay, I'm taking some here, taking some partial here. 393.50. Man, what an idiotic price action everywhere. So that's 2 minutes. It looks like it's gonna go up. 2 minutes, it's later, it's gonna go down. This is the market. This is the frustrating times of as a being as a short-term day trader. It's just gonna stop you so much that you'll be frustrated. And so if you have made your profits, and if you have gotten into certain good trades, just call it a day, guys. This is not the day where you wanna go aggressive on trading.
Yes. It is a tough one. I've been looking at AMD for the last 10 minutes to short it. Now it is going short. Now, let me see if I can still get into this.
So Tesla, hopefully it drops the 393.
Still there. The setup is still good. I might take this one. Okay. I'm shorting AMD here. There we go. So I've seen a reverse ABCD pattern. I like the way it's going. And the exit will be just on the other side of these hammers for now. About 140. These are stupidly cheap contracts, man. All right. So short on AMD, it's already a little in my favor, so that's nice. Tesla, yeah, you're enjoying Tesla, huh? I'm not. I might get out of Tesla. Let's see.
So 393 is coming. Okay, 393.1. Let's see if it flushed below 393.
Hmm.
393 is again a buyer. So the entire day 393 has been holding all day. So it has to lose the 393 for it to confirm.
Yep. And that's exactly where my stop is, a little below 393. So
Yeah.
if that buyer steps away, I'll be out of this. And that'll be a good breakdown for you.
Yeah, seems like it's going to. So
nice. Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, now it's dropped. Yep. Covering some at 393. Let's see if it flushes below 393. I think 390 would be a good target for it to go below. If it flushes, then it's a lot of buyers would get trapped, and then you're gonna see a good flush. But 393 is still a buyer. They're buying. So we'll see.
Yep.
I hope 393 breaks. Yeah, I know you were long.
No, I took the exit on that.
Oh, you did?
When it popped. Yeah, so I'm done with that.
Yeah, that's why it's popping now.
Now I'm just holding AMD short, and that's it. Nothing else open at the moment. Adrian, you see me more than you see your wife. Don't tell your wife that. Oh my goodness. All right, what's going on in the chat here? We got questions. Roy, yeah, I took the exit here on Amazon. You see that? Not a full stop, so it was I tightened up the risk on that. Yeah. What else? There goes Tesla pushing up.
Tesla is bouncing. Now it's coming to my break-even point. We'll see if it bounces and fail, or is it just gonna break the new highs. So 393 was a buyer, which is holding. So Nothing changes until 393 drops. So we'll see.
RH for the expiry for the options, I just trade weekly options. So expiry on Friday. You can see it on my screen here. January 10th is the expiries that I'm looking at. Let's see, AMD just sitting there for now. Oh, that's interesting. There goes Tesla now.
Yeah, Tesla is going out. I'm out at break even. No.
I'd love to get long again on this, but it's not in my trade book. AMD is going the other way. Nvidia is interesting. That might be the long.
Yeah, Nvidia is interesting too.
Yeah, I'm seeing it
I'm long
bottom.
Nvidia.
Yeah.
Let's see if it pops. 140.50 is the resistance. We'll see if it lifts the resistance.
Ooh, look at that. Push down. Yeah, Nvidia looks good. It's not a precise setup for me, so I'm not going to take it. Not now, at least.
Yeah, that one for 140.50 resistance needs to lift. Let's see if it does that.
Joel, I haven't used this strategy on any other tickers because I don't trade any other tickers. I'm sure it'll be just fine. There's no reason why it wouldn't work.
Okay, I'll have to get out of Nvidia now. Okay, now it's not. Actually, somebody bought at 140. So we will see if it has a continuation. I'm adding more on Nvidia. Let's see if it has a continuation.
Yes.
No buyers.
I'm curious about Microsoft. I've been looking at it all day. There might be an opportunity here.
So Nvidia is looking to pop up. Let's see if it has a momentum to pop up. Okay, boom. It popped up.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice. Good catch.
So let's see if it has a pop to 141. 141 would be nice. 140.50 is still a little bit of resistance. There's a little bit of selling. That has to lift for it to go to 141.
Yeah, that's a good one. There you go, Paris. You're getting reversals now.
I suck so bad at reversals, it's not even funny. But this also, I think I'm gonna get stopped out because this is not going anywhere. There's still a seller at 140.50. Let's it pops up or
Apple's getting interesting too. I don't see a setup, but it is interesting. Ooh, AMD's going against me. I might take that off. Have a look at it. Where is it? AMD. Yeah, very close to my stop now on AMD. And actually, it's a good long. Oops. Yikes. I'm going to go long on AMD here, even though I'm in a short position. I have to, I might take this. Let's see. Let's have a quick look at this. So I'm seeing a double bottom on AMD. Not really clean. No, I'm not going to take it. It's too messy. I'm still in the short, still on. I haven't stopped out yet. Very close to it. And it's tempting for a long, but it's not there. Look at Microsoft, guys. That went short. I was thinking to short it a few minutes ago. Again, not a perfect setup. That's why I didn't take it. But there it goes. Big double top pushing down. Ooh, fun. There goes AMD now. Alexander, for this position, the buying power. Let me see what it's telling. You know what? I don't trust the buying power indication here on DOS. It always messes with me. It's telling me $230,000. But you do the math, sometimes it doesn't add up. So I don't know. Make of it what you want. Oh man, AMD. I really might take this actually. Now it's getting even better than when I looked at it a minute ago. Oh.
Nvidia is just grinding.
Yeah. And I'm really tempted to go on AMD, go long. Maybe Nvidia and AMD go up together. But we don't know. Just reverse this position.
VRME, verify me, getting another pop here. $2.88, now up 82%. Victor Romeo Michael Echo, VRME.
Benzinga, always fun.
Oh, I need to stop the Benzinga.
Yeah. I gotta say, the absolute worst of the lot today is Tesla.
CHSCP, CHS out with their results. Company reporting 244 million.
Sorry.
All good.
Nvidia, pop. I am waiting for you to pop.
Everything looks like a screenshot on my screens right now. It's so stuck, again, stagnant.
Yeah.
Shit. But I'm very tempted to go long on a few different things right now, but setup's not there. Zach NZ, no, I did not go long on AMD. I put on a short a while ago, which is not working at the moment. I'm tempted to reverse it and go long. But let's see. I'm still sitting on it.
Yeah, I'm out of Nvidia, guys. I don't like it. It's just with that kind of a volume, it's just doing nothing.
Yeah, sitting there.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. It's not something that is like you can clearly highlight that this is.
We have Alpha here. You want to know about Amazon long now? Well, it's possibly interesting, but realistically, it's not clean. It's got that double bottom to it at the level, all good, could still go. But you see this big wick, this hammer? That's actually an indication for a short. I didn't take a short, but it's all mixed up. It's all confused. In this area, I can't tell you if it's long or short. Because look, it looked like a long at 1020, then at 1035, it looked like a short. And now just because it's pushing up doesn't mean it's a long. So, you really got to watch it.
Man, that Nvidia had to pop up immediately after I got this thing.
Yeah, I
What
took
an
a stop too on AMD, and I might actually take it. No. It's not there. Okay, so no positions for me now, guys. And you got a good entry there, Paras, on Nvidia.
I got out, man. I got out. I am not in a trade. I missed that boat. Now it's going to
Me too.
141. The second I got out and it went popped.
Yeah. What the heck? I really want to go long AMD. I keep saying this for the last 15 minutes. It's just not there. Yeah, Nvidia is good. Moving. I can't trust AMD to have a good, solid move. Nvidia, I would trust it, not AMD right now. And I wouldn't trust Amazon either. No way. For now, nothing. Donald, AMD, it's here, have a look. Look at the screen while it's going. But it's been very weak all day. And then doing an interesting double bottom, not a clean and clear one. See, it pushes up here, but pushes down again, bit of an ABCD kind of pattern. Then it makes that bottom, finds new buyers and goes. It's good, but it's almost there. I like to see it nice and clean, like we were seeing earlier on I think it was IonQ. Yeah. See, this double bottom made sense. It's just a nice clean pattern. Didn't work, but this is the setup I look for. AMD doesn't have that. And the same thing with Amazon. It just doesn't have that clean candlestick double bottom pattern. Double bottom is not just two bottoms. It's got to have a nice shape to it too. And that's what I'm really looking for before I can trust it to put my money at risk. And Apple now looking weak, but again, I don't see a setup for the short there. Nothing for now, except AMD's going up. And Amazon and Meta. Google as well. Google's interesting. I might be able to trust Google. Bullish candle and then a bullish candle. But very difficult. Again, the pattern's not quite there. Yeah, Dan, I am using the cursor. You don't see it? Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I am using it. Not sure why that happens. Tech stuff, I'm not good with tech stuff. All right, there goes. Here come those reversals. Meta, that's the fun one. Google as well. I was just talking about Google, guys. Google wants to go. Yeah, Donald, you're seeing that ABCD on AMD. Yep, it's there. It's there if you like that pattern, if that's what you prefer to trade. Okay, it's there. It's not in my trade book, so I'm not going to touch it. And that happens a lot, guys. You see things move in the market all the time without giving you your setup. It doesn't mean you chase it. Just let it go. Your setup will come. It's not even noon yet. It's plenty of time in the day. And then the market closes and be back on Friday. So it's plenty of opportunity.
So Nvidia is dropping, Tesla is dropping. Let's see.
Yeah. Osper, you're asking what's the point of trading even a 1% move? Well, 1% is pretty good for day trading. You know, you catch something like $100 stock and moves 1%, moves $1. As a day trader, that's a pretty good capture. If you capture $1 on something that's $100, the numbers work quite nicely. Yeah, I don't see anything now. Again, everything looks stagnant. Yeah, there you go, Tyler. 1% is a good one. On most things, you catch 1%. That's pretty good. What do we have? Suits up 001. You want to know about the ABCD pattern? Let me see if I can find you a good example here today. Oh yeah, I traded this earlier, AMD. It's reverse ABCD where it starts here. That's the A. The B is the end of the move, then a pullback. And the end of the pullback is the C, and then D is basically the breakout. So you have an A, B, C, and D. It's like a little wave, really. That's a move, consolidation, and the second move. That's basically it. This was a good one. I took this. It didn't take the profits at the bottom, was still holding, and then out around about break even. A little better than break even. So that's an ABCD pattern. Mental game. You're looking for 15% moves, yeah, and one candle. Well, try trading options. You'll see that these things, when I get in on these options at $3 or $4, I exit when it's at 7 or 8 or something. You're talking about 100% return, and that's pretty typical. But that's options, and again, it goes the other way too, against you. So if you like those big numbers, that's where you can find it. But again, it can go against you. So please make sure you know what you're doing with that stuff. A question here about ETFs, and yeah, I do my investments in a separate account. That's all. Day trading is one account, and longer term investments are something else. Mandeep, my entry on AMD was down here. See this big red candle? The new low below that was my entry, and the stop was up there, and then I brought it in tighter and just kept tightening it up. Eventually got me out, I think, somewhere here, just a little better than my entry. So that was it. It would have been a good one. Well, it didn't go, so whatever. Richie, are you asking Paras or are you asking me about A+ setups? Because we have different setups that we use.
So I basically trade breakouts, guys. So I'm more of a breakout trader, and it's usually more of like an opening range breakouts, but usually it's not just the blind breakouts. You have to understand the different context of those, like the price action, the multiple time frame analysis, and all of that. So it's a combination of a lot of things when you're trying to trade an A plus setup.
You know, I always believe whatever your setup is, you must also have a confirmation of that setup. So it's set up and then wait for the confirmation and then take the entry. And it's worth waiting for. It's like getting a little insurance on your trade. So whatever you're using, try and find that confirmation. It should align with your setup. Man, things really want to push at this point. I'm looking at Google here. Still can't trust it, but it wants to go for now. Cannot trust AMD either. Looking at anything particular, Paris?
Tesla, I'm actually short Tesla right now. Same from 396. 396 has been that seller. I'm trying to use that to my advantage, but it's just so choppy.
Yeah. You
It
just won't
just
let
keeps
Tesla go.
dropping and then being bought back up again and again and again. So yeah, I am short one more time for the break of 393, but it doesn't look like it's gonna stop me out again.
All right. All right. Nice and easy on
It's been a
Tesla.
struggle. I'm gonna be honest. It's been a struggle for the past 3 days.
Yep. I'm with you, man. The same. Except yesterday, I've been struggling too this week. Always taking a few hits and then waiting for the next opportunity. Let's see, we have Nvidia still no good. Amazon, look at that popping up right now. Boom. It's a half decent setup. What do we have here? Denise, you want some precision on entry and exits for trades. All right. Let me see if I find you an example here. You know what? Let's look at this. Can't believe I didn't take this. I was with my mentees and I was busy with Tesla, I think, at the time, and then missed this whole short. But on this NVIDIA reversal, I have the level there on the daily chart. It goes up there. Before it hits the level, it has a few small candles. You see these two? It doesn't go up there with a giant candle. It has a big giant candle, but then these small candles, and then it hits the level and puts in a nice reverse hammer. And for me, after that setup, the confirmation is on the new 5-minute low I would enter with a stop above the level or above the previous candle and then trail the price down. And so I'd just be in that trade and my exit would likely be here, new 5-minute high, most likely. So that's how I do these reversal trades on this reverse hammer. So that's one of the setups I use. And you have the confirmation, which in this case is the new low. And the exit confirmation for me is a new 5-minute high because my exit strategy is to trail the price. So if this thing continues going all the way to 135 or something, I want to be in it with the full size. So that's why I use that strategy. So that's one of them. Hope that helps. Amazon, we have AMD, everything popping up again without a setup. For me at least. Yeah, let me
You
figure
know,
out this
Tesla is
mouse.
doing that price action where you lose so much mental capital watching the stock just grinding up and down. That's it. It's doing nothing.
Mm.
$1 up, $1 down, $1 up, $1 down.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Very draining. Tesla and Nvidia too, I'd say, at this point.
Yeah, both will.
All right, let me see what I can. I'm gonna try and fix this mouse cursor thing for you guys. See if there's a setting here. Look at this, guys. Google is what I was interested in. It's working, but it wasn't a clean setup. Basically, I see a level here, about 194. Did the breakout, came back to retest the level, and off it goes after the retest. But the way it came down with big giant candles, it was very difficult to take it long. Even though after this candle right here, you can see, if you can see the cursor, it's quite bullish. And then the new high would make sense. And now it would have worked. But it's not a very clean pattern. So it's very hard to trust. That's why I didn't get involved. And there goes AMD for those of you who took that. Remember I was telling you guys 30 minutes ago, I might take it, I might take it, I might take it. Didn't take it. Oh, it's gone. Hope some of you got that. All right. I'm starting to look at Meta again. It's at the level I like. Still holding on Tesla, Paras?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stop loss above 396 if that lifts.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Amazon and AMD, even Apple, but Amazon and AMD are the ones that are really going. Again, both of them did double bottoms, not clean ones, but off they go. Sometimes I wonder why my trade book is so strict, but it's important that it is. Alpha, you know, Brent will fix everything with this tech stuff. I can see my cursor just fine. I don't know why you guys can't see it. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. All right, NVIDIA. You know what's interesting? Most things on my screen are pushing upwards except Tesla, which is a good indication for the Tesla short.
Yeah, but sometimes it happens as it comes late. Sometimes it catches up. The SPY is going up too, but Tesla is not, which is showcase a relative weakness. But I don't know if it's gonna give me right now or it's gonna stop me out and then showcase relative weakness.
Tricky one. Oh well. I'm getting curious about Apple here again. It could form a big double top. But again, this will take another 15 minutes or so to form.
Avi,
Mm-hmm.
can you just take a
Yep.
quick look in your zoom options? It might have your mouse hidden by default. Because I don't see anything
Yeah.
on my end that would hide it.
Yeah, I did look at it a few minutes ago. I'll see again. Maybe I missed something. Settings. I also wonder if it's the fact that I'm sharing a window when I'm doing a screen share here, and I'm not sharing a screen. It's a window. So wonder if that has any impact.
Oh,
But I mean, I
could
do
be.
the same thing with my mentees. I do the same thing with my mentees every day, and it's not a problem. But let's see. Hmm. Can't find it for now.
All right, I'll take a look tomorrow before I join your Zoom group to see if it's on my end. Right now, I don't want to do it because it might disconnect you.
Cool, yeah. All right, we'll work on this offline. No problem. It's got to be something here. Alexander, no, I'm not green for the day at the moment. I've taken a few stops. None of them, well, yeah, pretty much none of them were full stop outs. So put on the risk and tighten the stop and then take the stop. So mildly red, nothing nothing calling that you would call a blow up. But let's see. We're only halfway through the day, right? Man, things are very, very, very slow.
Man, I don't know why am I on Tesla right now. It's doing nothing.
Kind of hard to leave that girlfriend that you like so much, huh?
Yeah, man, this is doing nothing. It's just don't know
Mhm.
what to do with this. I think it's gonna stop me out. It's now it's trying to catch up to the SPY. So
Mhm. Yep. Take a look at Google, guys. So I was telling you a few minutes ago, that retest of a breakout. I didn't trust it, but it's going. And now Meta wants to go. All right, I'm gonna start flirting with my girlfriend here. Meta.
okay, I all out
Mhm.
on Tesla. Bad loss on that.
All right. Take it easy. Tesla is a tough one.
Yeah, stopped out on Tesla, guys. Wow, squeezed to 397.
Yeah, everything's squeezing at the moment, huh?
Yeah, everything's
Microsoft.
squeezing right now.
All right. Let's see now. Hmm. Tesla running for 400 again. You know, if Tesla breaks 402, basically the high, that's where I'll get interested for the long. I mean, really way up there. Let's see. You believe it? I had that entry on Tesla for the long and stopped out. Didn't survive the chop. But all right, that's how it goes. Nahid, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. I don't even look at it anymore. So I can't help you with that. I was one of those early crypto adopters and hodlers in 2017 for like 4 or 5 years. That was a good run. But since then, I don't know anything about it. Just exit that whole market.
PLTR squeezed.
So look at that. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's an opportunity. Oh, Joseph, you're in AMD. Nice. Cool. You're already $1 up. Nice work. Let's see. We have. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on Meta here. It's broken through the level. If it comes and bounces off of this level again, that could be the entry. So wait and see.
Anything that is interesting?
Nothing. I mean, I'm kind of hopeful on Meta, but it's not even setting up. Nothing really. One of those days, huh? It'd be nice to get into a good trade, get green for the day. I'm in that position too.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of those. You know what? I'll take a look at Apple here. Apple was a great buy down there, about 241. Yeah, it made a lot of sense. Got top tick trading into all these exotic things, huh? RGI, Fubo, IonQ, RGTI. All right, let's have some fun. Let's look at these. Well, this thing dropped and got stuck. I don't trust it, so forget about it. Fubo, there you go. Something on the move.
Or Fubo?
Yeah. High of day break just happened, about 540. Okay, this thing looks like it's really it's there. What else? IonQ, what happened to it? We were looking at it earlier. Yep, that thing got stuck as well. Didn't want to go anywhere. Joseph, you know about Microsoft? I think it's a mess. Put in a bit of a double top sort of thing, not really, and just got messy. So forget about it. I'm not gonna trust this. Zach and Z. You know, that's a good question. How long did it take for me to get profitable? I don't like to even think that I'm profitable yet because you're always gonna have losing trades. If you think that you're profitable, it can get to your head a little bit. Like you think every trade you touch will win. And I'm just very aware that I don't want to get into that attitude. So that'll mess up my trading. So I don't really understand when are you profitable, when are you not. I understand sticking to your process, accepting your losers, and letting your winners run. That's it. Just stick to that. All these other things are kind of like, I don't know, secondary. Let's see, Google. Look at that. Google, nice run, huh? Whoever caught that right off the level. Should have taken this. Oh, well.
Yeah, Fubo it's a little tricky because of the price, and it moves in like
It's tough. It's, you know, I find Google, Meta, and Microsoft, out of the things I typically look at, those three are very jumpy. They trade like low floats sometimes. Just jump around, bad spread, all that stuff. But when you get into a move, especially Meta, man, it just puts in huge candles. quite often. So I don't know, I tend to like it.
Now things are selling again.
Yeah,
Mm,
can
It's
see it right
just
there.
buy and sell, buy and sell. No clear direction.
Absolutely, yep. No clear direction. Oh man. So Rich, you're asking how long till I was net positive? All right, now that's a better question. I think I can answer that one better. So net positive, I'd say I look at it on a quarterly basis. So not monthly or weekly, just quarterly. And for me, it was about 3 years in. And I don't think it should take that long for anybody. I was just reckless and was having a divorce and all that. It was just a messy, messy time in my life. So if you're a responsible adult, you're not throwing money at the market and you got your other shit sorted out, it shouldn't take that long. Not 3 years. If you're a responsible adult, I mean, you're not here to get rich quick. Then yeah, you'll be all right.
I thought I was responsible, but it still took me 3.5 years. And
There you go.
it's again, it's every, like, I thought I was smart and I thought I was successful and everything. It would be a cakewalk for me and will be profitable in 6 months or 1 year, but it took me 3.5 years. So
All right, there you go.
um, I think it takes time. I don't know. You have to try a lot of things before you find your niche. And to try and test your niche in multiple occasions. So have some realistic expectations. Don't assume that you're gonna be profitable in the first month or third month or fifth month. It is gonna take some time.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of trial and error, and give it the time it deserves. Everyone has their own pace of learning and style of learning and all of that. So it's worth it, man. It's worth it. When I talk to my
Yeah, and
mentees about
sometimes
this
the
subject,
market itself is such that it won't give you those opportunities. You would be like, amazing trader, but if the market or the stock, you are only as good as the stock you trade, or you're only as good as the market you are in. So
Hmm.
a lot of times you could do everything right and still turn out to be a negative day. And you acknowledging that and relying on that is the key. A lot of times when we are losing money, we try to change things uh, just because we are losing. The question is, are you losing because you did not follow your trade? You did not, is your setup has an issue based on different analysis that you do? So that's what I would think of.
Yeah, really good points. Really good. Very, very important. You're gonna have losses doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. There's so many
Yeah,
things you can't
yeah.
control. Yeah, just so many things you cannot control at all. And so you gotta, accept that you can't control and then focus on what you can control, which is your executions, your entries, your exit, making sure you take your hits when you need to take them, making sure you let your winners run when they are running. Those sorts of things. You can control that. Everything else is not in your hands. Not at all.
True.
Ooh, something's happening here. Microsoft dumped again, but not trustable. Yeah, Joseph, I'm beginning to see that double top, just as you were saying it there. Let me see. Does it make sense? I needed to do two more things. I needed to close one genuinely bearish candle and then make a new low to confirm it. And that's where I would enter. For now, there's not enough bearishness to it, just on the setup. I'm looking at Meta as well for a continuation, but again, it doesn't have that bullish feel to it at all, not with this kind of indecision candle. So again, sit and wait. Roy, no, I'm not in a trade. I have not been in a trade for probably 30 minutes or so. Nothing setting up the way I like it to. But it's still early. Again, we still have hours and hours to go. Like 4 hours. It's plenty of time. Richie, on a 5-minute chart, how many cents of risk you have? I don't really look at it that way. If you look at these candles here on Meta on my screen, you can see each 5-minute candle is multiple dollars, right? Then look at Google. Each 5-minute candle is like 20, 30 cents or something. So I can't really look at it that way, how many cents or dollars you risk just because you're trading a 5-minute chart. It depends on the move of the ticker. It depends how volatile it is. Typically, I put my stops on the other side of a 5-minute candle. And as you see in some tickers, that's a long distance. That's multiple dollars. T-Man 101. I don't know who RT is, but I'm guessing you're talking to me. Sometimes I trade all day if the opportunities are there. If they're not, then I don't. That's all it is. Oh, Division V. Yes, we talked about that yesterday, right? Adding into these winners. I don't do that with this strategy at the moment. So, let's see. Something to work on, right? This strategy is all about holding a full size for a full move. So there isn't really much room to add. Adding works nicely at a pullback and stuff like that. I haven't developed a strategy for that yet. And so far, I mean, I'm really happy with this strategy just the way it is because it's tremendously more profitable than before. So let's see. Getting into anything, Paris?
I'm just gonna call it a day. Nothing. It's just very choppy everywhere. So I'm gonna call it a day for a red day. I'm done. It's already 12. I don't trade beyond this time.
Yeah, fair enough. It is tricky. We have FOMC minutes today as well. Cool. Thank you, X-Wing. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I think it's at 2 p.m.
Okay. Well, that explains a few things. All right. Well, I'm still sitting here and watching this stuff. I don't see anything setting up. I was thinking Meta might set up, but nah, nothing's happened. Alpha, the correspondence between stock charts and options charts. Yeah, just candle for candle. Just map it out, put them side by side, and that's it. And they don't exactly mimic each other, but they're close enough where I can use it for risk management. I just eyeball it basically. Right.
Okay, it's top of the hour. Let's call it. And have a great rest of the day, guys. Market is closed tomorrow, so we will see you guys on Friday.
That's right. All right. Thanks, Paris.
Hopefully
Thanks, guys.
Friday
Thanks,
has something. So
Yeah.
take care, Avi.
Cool. Take care, Paris. Take care, everyone. Talk to y'all soon. Have a good little holiday.